These guys is actually putting up with it.
They are going through hell. All nine stages.
These guys is actually putting up with it.
They are going
Hey, yo,
through
King, I need you to
hell,
read that for me,
all
bro.
nine
Why?
stages.
Why King specific? Now I'm scared. What the fuck?
Okay, Alex, I need you to read that for me specifically, bro.
I'm reading this through my head before I say this out loud.
Yeah, this
It's just funny.
this Reddit is insane, bro. Like, there's so many like just bad like D&D players and DMs. This dude, I'm reading this thing where this dude was like, "Yeah, man, for 2 sessions I wasn't able to do anything, so I messaged the DM, and the DM said back, the other players were not expecting, nor did they want you to be a bard. They had it up in their minds, and the conversation we had was that the final party member would be a Tempest cleric or a cleric or druid with healing, and you joined as a bard. I know I said you could play whatever you wanted, but I was hoping you would pick healing spells, and you didn't. I suppose I should have invited you to our group's private Discord, but they didn't want you to be in it because they were saying this guy needs to play exactly what we need him to play." And I'm like, yo, why are you playing with these motherfuckers?
Yeah, why'd you even let them nigga join them?
Yeah, like, what is
we don't
this?
want you here.
Talking about?
Yo, what is this, bro? He told the dude, "I know you're a good player and your characters are always interesting, and I like that you're doing bard.
Like what
However,
player, though?
In this group, it's the other players who dictate what happens."
Like,
Oh yeah.
What, is there supposed to be one DM?
yeah,
That's
that's
wild,
the
bro.
problem. What the fuck?
Imagine your DM saying, "Hey, man, I would have let you play it, but your boys over there said no." Well, they didn't know him, so still.
Hmm.
All right, this song is long as fuck. Let me turn this shit off so we can get started.
Yeah,
I
little
forgot-
do you guys know, when I actually, like, Isaiah invited me, he actually told me I had to play Rogue, so I was just gonna get, like, killed on site.
Hey, yo.
It's like, hey, man, we
He's like,
really
yeah,
need
Joe,
a
I can play
rogue.
any class you want, any race you want, but it has to be exclusively, like, half elf rogue. Anything else, we're killing you.
It's just
Like, yeah, man, we really needed like a rogue, man. I didn't want to take the role this time, and it's like,
why would you
really
say
lose
that?
your help there.
No, bro, listen, don't listen to Isaiah. He's not a good player, okay?
Ow!
He's a bad, Isaiah's
Let him-
bad.
let him-
He's a bad player for that, all right?
Let him.
I take all the good things I've said about Isaiah back.
God damn.
This man told you what to play. Did he tell you? Did he? Isaiah,
bro.
you really
No,
told him?
he's lying.
He forced a stat block on me, too! He was like, you gotta play this variant, I want to play Arcane Trickster, he made me play Assassin. That shit was garbage, I hated that shit, bro.
I recommended Assassin.
I was
didn't
on
think it had to
Suicide
say
Watch
it.
daily.
Hey, yo, the suicide watch daily.
Oh, no, Isaiah. I might have to kill Lucy Moore now.
Oh no!
No, you know what? Let's
Baseless slender. Baseless slender.
we kill Lucian off, and you get to pick Isaiah's new class.
No, good thing. Let's fucking get it.
Hey, yo.
No, if Lucian dies, Jeremiah is in charge of the new character.
No, anyone else? Anyone else?
Hey, yo. Hey, yo, I'm done.
Oh.
Like, literally
Now you-
anyone else.
Now you
Anyone
have
else.
the incentive
Please.
to work really hard. Like watch you die magically now, like some freak
I'm
shit.
about to do my
Yeah,
evil
yo.
nigga shit in a second. Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Bro is about to be
Alright.
on his actual villain arc.
All right, cool. Let me let's get this music popping and all that other shit. Oh, look at Jeremiah's on camera. Look at Jeremiah, bro.
Oh yeah, I was trying to do my like evil ass look, but like there's light in the background, so at least you can actually see my face.
Damn.
Hello, let me fix that.
Wait, I don't know.
Fix it.
It's all good, bro.
Fucking remarkable.
I don't fucking know what anybody. Oh, okay, that's a little creepy. It's not bad though.
Oh, let me put a black shit on.
Oh, okay. What are we doing? Let me get. Oh no.
Pain and suffered.
Sure, man. I guess.
Alright, not for rest. Fuck.
So you guys have been in this town for 4 days and just like kind of relaxing, you know?
Oh no, I feel like we got our
No
ass
about
beat on like day 2.
I don't know
Yeah,
about
I don't know
relaxing.
relaxing.
Oh, you're absolutely right. Absolutely. No, I forgot that. So for me in my brain, the Eolia thing happened before you were in Valaki because of the camp. So you're right. You were in Valaki. Yeah. Like in my brain, I was like, oh, you're in the town now. It's better. But I forgot you were in the town. So yeah. So 2.5 days of like, all right, this isn't that bad. And a half a day of just like Why are we here, guys?
Just to suffer.
We're all dead. Oh, look, we're back alive. But I felt it.
That shit hurted.
Yeah, right. Dark fantasy mix. Can I get a? No, not my twisted dark fantasy, bro.
God damn it! Now
I
I
don't
can't
wanna
see the
listen-
map again.
I don't want to listen to copy.
Sucks.
Really?
I don't.
How,
I
bro?
don't know what's going on.
How does that happen? Wait, maybe it's the rain effect. Wait, was it raining last time you were on the map?
Last time I could see the map was back at the encampment. I don't think it was raining then.
So you couldn't see any of the maps other than the encampment map?
Yeah, pretty much. Like ever since we got to Valaki, almost every map on here, I just haven't been able to like see. The only exception being the actual camp.
Yeah. Why? I don't know why that is. Let me find out. Let's see. Let's go to the camp again.
Ooh. Ambience.
Oh,
That simply won't load. Alright, good shit, GG's. Reloading.
okay. Yeah, I guess there is ambience. I forgot that some places have ambience.
Yeah, I don't think it was playing last time we were here.
It might have been. I don't know. All my current camp, like all the Fandover campaign, all the music is in here, so everything plays as you go. It's pretty smooth. But I don't know for this. Can you?
Oh.
So you can you see the map here?
Right now my
Are you on the map?
Okay, now I can't see the
Okay.
map.
Let me see something. So you can't. You
I
said?
cannot now. Yeah.
Well, this is the same map. I don't know. Man. Like nothing changed.
Like what's weird is it was after the Eolia encounter where like I could see the map, and then it just went back to like I couldn't see it, so I don't know what happened.
See the only.
It'd be interesting that you have to bounce from the Aeolia map to every other
That would
map.
actually make zero fucking sense.
Then again, coding doesn't make any sense, so.
No. Let's see. Where's the Eolia fight now?
Yeah, Mr. J, could you kill Isaiah so I can make him an orc wizard?
What the fuck?
Like actually kill Isaiah, like in real life?
No, I meant like kill him in game. I mean, if you could do that, then sure. Like I guess.
I don't think you get to pick his character if he dies.
Wow.
Like, I don't think you get to pick his character if he's, like, dead.
Yeah, I meant his like character in game, but I mean, if he wants to come by arrows, then like I can't really stop him. Mr. J is definitely stronger than I am.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see this map.
Wow. Yep. Something got a
Okay.
hit on me. Yep.
I now bounce to Valaki.
Hold on. I'm just trying to check inside the map, like what I'm doing that might be different.
Okay.
So let me bounce. I'll bounce back to Veliki now.
And I am unable to see the map here.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, I have no idea why. Let me check both of the map configs and see if I did anything different. Oh wait, I might have did. No. Same zoom, same foreground elevation, same grid. Yeah, same grid, same width, same.
Huh.
Yep, 100%. Yep, yeah, everything's the exact same, man. There's no wait. Huh. The only difference is this. Can you see it now?
Nope, still can't see it.
Oh, yeah, I don't know what's up with that, dude. There's there's nothing special about any of the maps. Other than the size. But I don't know, man. You stream and play games on your computer, so size shouldn't do anything.
It shouldn't.
Should it?
No.
Yeah,
Not that I'm aware of.
so it's just a black screen with the tokens, right?
Yeah.
I wonder
What's your
why.
browser, man?
Yeah, like what are you using it as a browser?
I was pretty much using Opera
Actually-
GX. I remember I tried it on other browsers and it was still the same thing for some reason.
Weird.
Hmm.
What can I think of? User management. No, almost everybody's a trusted player at this point. What the fuck is overview table? Oh, that's right. I created a thing for anybody who can watch. Let me make you a regular player and see what happens. Ooh, dastardly music. And true. Anything? Any changes? Anything? Or no?
No changes. Still the same thing.
Yeah, I don't really know. Maybe we delete Ismark. I feel like Ismark's token, maybe.
Oh yeah, Ismark has been doing things.
I don't know what's up because this token is not. Yeah, I don't know what's up with the token.
Let me...
Like it's hard to figure out most of these things like when they're messed up because everything in this is. What the fuck? Why isn't? Huh? What the fuck? Sorry, I put Ismark down and he wouldn't go into the grid. He sat on top of it.
Yo.
Yeah, like I don't know, man. Like sometimes things are weird. Like I don't know what, because there's nothing special like about the program. I just toss up pictures on the thing, click the thing, it turns it into a map. So I'm trying to figure out why everybody can see but you. Because it's not like the only thing I can think of is you have a setting in your configuration that might be doing something that we don't have on.
It's weird because I don't think I have anything like that.
Is your pixel ratio resolution scaling checked?
Yeah, it's checked.
Yeah, bro, I can't think of. I cannot think of anything. Well, if anybody else could come like thinks of anything, let me know.
Shit, I forgot that.
That said, if that's the case, I guess somebody streamed. Well, no, so when you're streaming the game, you can't see the background on the stream.
I'm sorry?
When you're streaming the game, can people watching see it or no? It's just you can't see it. Period.
No, they can see like the tokens moving around, but they're just unable to like see the map. The map is almost complete black. Like I can still see shadows, different tokens, and stuff like that, but just not the map
That
itself.
doesn't make any sense. Maybe I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And no one else has this issue?
Nope, not really. I had it for like a second, but I just reloaded and it was gone.
I'll check it out operate.
Yeah.
Try going back to like an older version of operate, see if that works.
Yeah, like has this always happened while you were playing?
No, this is relatively new.
Yeah, it's got to be something that you've recently changed then, because if it's not happening on our end and nothing else has changed, like there's no Foundry updates that would have done anything. It's been version 10 for a while.
Hell.
That said, let me get through this long ass thingy thing.
Oh yeah, the exposition. Ooh.
All right, I just got to break it down. Anyway, before we do that, I need a nature check from everybody that helped. Let me get this list specifically. Not Isaiah, you don't have to make one because I'll explain why. But let's see. Bennett makes one. Kester makes one with advantage for Kester.
There I go.
Yeah. Yamas. No, Yamas doesn't make one. Wait.
I thought I was helping token get stuff.
Give me a sec, goddammit, I'm reading. Yeah, you do. And Guy, you can make one.
Okay.
Let's see. And then as we're doing that, and I do the math on, we got 1465.
You said niche check, right?
Huh?
Niche check?
Yes, please.
I got you. See that one. Oh boy. Fuck on, bro.
You'll be alright, bro. It's just a nature check. Like you're not gonna. How did you call that? Why would you even worry about a nature check in the first place?
So about that,
Wow, bro, that's wild.
Wait,
These nature checks are fucking bonkers.
I'm not going down like this.
Bro,
You're not.
bro,
You're rolling
Yes,
it.
fuck
What?
you are.
It's okay, bro. It's all right. You don't have to, bro. Please don't. Please don't use stuff you have.
Nigga!
Yeah, you don't have to just use stuff you have on like a nature check to see if you've picked up flowers. All right. You don't. I mean, I don't mind if you do, but I'm just letting you know you don't have to waste anything
Okay.
on picking flowers. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like I would just point out that it's probably better to leave any abilities you have for moments where it like would actually be like life or death. And trust me,
I mean, if it's like this is a multi-day thing, can't he use his because he'll get like a long rest in one of the days?
well he's not, but he was only helping for one day.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Like most of you just helped
Never
for like a day, and then you did something else more or less. And the only reason Lucian didn't is because by the time you tried to help, based on the way you listed things, everybody already found everything. So it was like, oh yeah, you got there too late there, Chief. Everybody's
got everything.
Yeah, everybody already picked like. I'll break it down, but all right, the math's good. So for Lucian, Ismark informs you when coming to you and speaking to you about Doryu, or at least when you approached Doryu and him, because they were kind of trying to do things on their own. You're not sure if they're mad at the party or, again, like it was written, they are kind of worried that you might think they have let you down, right? Because you were trying to take care of Irina, but out of the groups, or out of all of you, Doryu and Ismark are the least successful at that. So Ismark informs you that the villagers have expressed that there is no longer anyone in Valaki with ties to the Vistani traders who have free access to leave Barovia, which means he has almost never, or the town has never seen a diamond. He has discovered through just talking to townsfolk that there's a woman in Kretsk, an importer who works closely with the Vistani. They say she's a brilliant businesswoman who has ties to town, but no one's heard of anything from Kretz for a few weeks now, and no one's come or gone since. In gathering materials, you found that most of the growth around the town has been harvested or destroyed by different elements. You also know that your allies have picked almost everything they can find around the south and northern areas outside the town, beyond a little bit beyond the gate, nothing crazy. You also know to the north, most of the forest is burning now, so there's nothing there. Doryu, training along with Ismark, took you up on the offer as they confide in you that they are a little embarrassed that in a life or death situation, Irina is the only one who can save them. So with this, you managed to help Doryu establish confidence in his technique. He lets you know that his father was actually once before joining the priesthood a knight of the Silver Order. He tells you about a place called Argenvost and Argenvostold, an old manor that his father trained in as an old man. He seemed very interested in going to it and finding his father's old sword that he used to tell him stories about and his armor. He seems to want to become strong enough to protect Irina. He also confides in you that he admits he has had a crush on Irina since childhood, but he doesn't know what to do about it, as she's always been the one defending him and being stronger. This makes him incredibly worried about her, and he's not certain, but he knows he needs to be there for her. And that is kind of how you spent your 2 days. You have managed to make Doryu and Ismark much more trusting towards you. So they will be rather, you're personable, so they will be personable. Bennett, with the crisis of consciousness, Bennett disappears on the first day. Although Kester and the rest of you question it, he returns at dusk covered in blood collapsing in front of you. His body didn't seem injured, and you're not sure where the blood comes from. However, the exhaustion is clear. You hear him utter the name Bellum before blacking out. Lucian, with his adapted understanding of training, quickly gets him to bed and gets some cold rags on his forehead. Having trouble maintaining the rest as something seems to be in him, Bennett secretly spends more time during the twilight doing much the same as Irina, sitting and meditating on something. Those of you who pass him by, noting him sitting in the doorway, know that the glow of the Crusader's blade shifted in tone in his hand. Fully attuning, Bennett senses something within the blade. You can sense that the blade is seeking vengeance and justice, seeking desperately to be freed from the prison that you found it in. For you, you're not really sure why or how, but this feeling is very clear and fills you with a sense that Barovia must be saved, and in order to clean evil, you must becomes something that in the past you might have had trouble doing, but you need to embrace the kindness of your heart and dive deep into the emotion of bringing justice. On your second day, feeling a bit better and determined, Bennett shifts his attention to figuring out the eggs. Listening, he hears whispers in each of them. You can note that just for your sake, the whispering you hear in each egg is the description in the egg. So the quotes,
Okay.
if you look at them, each of them has a quote.
Yeah.
So that's what the whispers are. You're hearing that. This makes you kind of baffled, though, as you kind of think about it. You know, Irina just kind of walking back downstairs to go upstairs to the roof area once again on the second day, and you begin to question it. How could you be hearing whispers from every egg you have, yet she swears she heard nothing at all? If you're clearly hearing the whispers of prolific messages, then you just kind of put that aside as you go out to help Tilgrim find ingredients. Kester, having gathered the most ingredients for Tilgrim, as he's been scouring for most of the time, disappears himself to think about past events. In his meditation, Kester begins to hear a familiar whisper, the voice of Teak. While the words are unclear, it is you that is reminded that this was the town you first met in. And if this is the true Barovia, would that mean... you think on that. Yeah, it could mean that, but will she be the same person that she was in the dream? Would she even remember me? Before the dawn, Kester is awakened from a nightmare. Teak is standing over him, shaking her head, with a hooded figure even larger than her behind her, with hands on her shoulder, almost eclipsing the shoulders. His hands seem so big. You can hear the name Manchun whispered throughout the air before everything goes dark. You can see a glowing red eye staring at you from the hooded figure as the head shakes slowly. Teak's voice saying, "The pact will be made." You can hear a calling from the window to the south. As the wind blows and you look towards the south, you recall that as the wind carries in through the window, the voice of Teak just kind of goes with it. And you remember, the Burger's Master's manor. That's where I found the book. For Jotun decides to spend his time avoiding the party and doing nothing in his room. Hopefully, he is well rested. The party seems a bit confused as, in this dire situation, Jotun's just on his own. Yamez, you can all constantly hear over the course of these 2 days and throughout the halls of the inn this depressing and emotional wailing and singing, rapping and rhyming, quoting of the fair bard Yamez. Upon leaving his room, his face is strained and pale. With a "hi," he retreats back to his room to do more songs commemorating his time in Barovia. A life he is not sure is real, perhaps, at this point. With the fading and the talk of dreams, Yamez begins to wonder, am I really just in the Strahd's imagination? The lyrics continue to pour out of him. Thinking more of himself, he assists Tilgrim with supplies, and the party clears the woods around the town of everything. The climate makes it increasingly difficult, as the black wind from the north begins to blow a chill and kill the flora. You note ice beginning to rapidly cover trees, and just as you see the north slowly descend, the heat from the fire is almost starting to freeze. The actual flames, as this cold front slowly begins to chill everything. The rain feels more slushy now, more covered than something. It's not just water, and everything feels notably colder. You remember Kretz in the Amber Temple to be less cold than this. For Wolfram, you managed to explain the details of the Raven Queen as you know her. The idea that you have to face her is still strange to you, but Barovia has not been mundane in the least, and you've found most things strange. As you spend your time trying to figure out the situation, you manage to assist Kester with Tilgrim's reagents. For Tilgrim, with some determination, and you note a few explosions later, under her belt, she successfully toils away to... let me give the creation stuff first, and then we'll do the rest. She creates 6 potions of superior healing, 3 potions of supreme healing, 1 poison of malice, 1 dusk elf potion, 1 pale moon tincture, 1 wolfsbane oil, and 8 potions of greater twilight. In this, Tilgrim is now exhausted. you suffer a level of exhaustion from this. I know you've rested over the days, but you still have a level of exhaustion from this. However, you're not dead, right? And you have your potions securely. I do have to drop those to your inventory, so give me a sec. Where were we? All right. And you don't seem to be able to get any rest over those 2 days. You do note that Tilgrim's face has been covered in a black liquid. It's like smeared around her cheek and on her forehead, but it doesn't seem to be coming off. It seems a byproduct of the potions, but no one noticed it until she finally got out of her, I don't know what you would call it, her rope trick, I guess, and came back out to the party. With that, the party has managed numbers. Yep, the party has managed to find Tilgrim 30 venom berries, 24 mistflower, 20 carbuncle, 8 shiva shrooms, 6 fir needles, 4 thunder roots, 4 golden suns, 4 death notes, and the last Kazan's kiss you've seen in the small mound in the forest to the north. And that is how you spent the last 2 days. Oh wait, I forgot. I'm adding the addition of you all note Tilgrim sneaking off on her second day after the potions have been secured, and not really knowing where to find her. However, coming down to the bar every now and then, you note her being very chummy and very close to Victavia. They almost seem somewhat inseparable, and you're not really sure why, as the only interaction they had was her asking a question of her. With that, you find yourselves the morning of basically your third day, and you know Ismark just kind of grabbing Irina on the hand as she kind of throws his arm off and just kind of looks back. I'm going. I already made the decision. Whether you come or not has nothing to do with anything, Ismark. I know what I saw in that dream. You know Ismark shaking his head. There's no way I'm letting you just go off to the north on your own to speak to this burgomaster. It doesn't make sense. We already heard from that other woman that it would be a bad idea if you went. Why would you want to go? You just know that Irina looking back as Doryu just kind of shakes his head. Well, if she's going, then I'm going. All right? I'm not going to stay here when I can help. You know, Doryu ready and looking back at Lucia nodding as he grips his blade. Just kind of approaching as Ismark shakes his head looking back at you all. What do you want to do? Because she's going to go whether we go with her or not. I'm not sure why she's going to go, but he looks towards Tilgrim. Your friend, your cousin? Did she not say that that would be a bad idea?
She did, but she also said if we were careful, we could do it.
You can just see Ismark nodding. Yes, but I mean, how careful have we been? Did you all forget what we've been through? We're not exactly being careful. We're being hunted by things greater than Van Per.
Well, to start, what's this dream that I'm hearing about?
Somebody reasonable. Go ahead, tell him. You know, Ismark just moving his arm as Irina just kind of walks up to you all. Fine. I've been spending a lot of time on the roof, thanks to Erwin, just to clear my head. Also, I've been hearing voices. You could say whispers, but there's a voice calling to me. A girl. I'm not sure what she's saying, but it's coming from the north. And then I woke up last night with a strange dream, and I saw this face, a man's face. I thought behind him was a large wooden gate. It looked familiar to the gate we entered into the town in. So I asked around. I went down to the Martikovs, and I asked about what the burgomaster looks like and things of that nature. And, well, the description matches. Because in my dream, what I see is a boy. And his face, he looks at me and screams. He says something, but I couldn't hear him. And then, whoosh, whack! Just like that, something happens and his arm just falls. And I see it laying there in front of me as he screams and holds the nub as the blood rushes down his body. And the arm begins to crawl towards me. And I have to run, and he starts screaming, run! And I just run, and then I awaken. But every time before I awake, I see his face. Not the boy, but a man. Staring at me. Scar over his eye. Angry. And his arm, it's demonic, like a monster. He looks, you see Arena look towards Jotun, almost like those, but I don't know, more like bestial or demon-like. Well, she just kind of stares at Jotun. I suppose you're demon-like, but I imagine those, well, you seem to be like an orc or something. Anyway, I just want to go talk to the burgomaster. Everyone says that they have the same dream and that perhaps I'm more familiar to them than they'd like to admit. And I don't understand that. They talk of a girl crying and screaming with green eyes in the dream. And they say that the burgomaster was the first to have it. He used to suffer it as a boy. I think we're connected, but I don't know why or how.
Okay.
And judging by the shape of things, the two of you have to meet. That descriptor, I look to the party, that's the same Isaac we know.
With the demonic arm.
Hopefully he doesn't have the same short temper.
You know Ismark slowly walking. Wait. Are we being serious about this? We're just going to let her go because things are matching? He has a demonic arm. Why does a burgomaster have a demonic arm? What is going on?
Hopefully we can get that out of him.
Fantastic. With that, the arena's just kind of nodding. Fine, then I'm going. And if you'd like to go with me, that's fine. I don't know what I'm going to face there, but I'm sure he can't be that bad. Erwin said that, well, he's a good man who's gone through strange things.
Don't worry. I am at least coming with you.
And I as well.
I don't think anyone.
Did you think I was staying behind?
So no, it's probably going then.
Oh, sounds like we're all going.
With that, as you begin to... What is this? What? Sorry. I'm... Yeah, give me 1 sec. Let me add the stuff and then we'll get on. I don't want to...
Okay, no problem.
Because I have to
Oh,
get...
also, how'd the carving and all that go? The carving and the grafting and all that.
I will also.
What carving and grafting, sir?
Fuck, here we go.
The shield and drafting a schematic to fix up the Braveheart.
God damn it, man. Where'd you write that, bro?
Where did you write that?
Hold on.
He is ass right now. He is ass right now.
Oh, no, he did. Lucian will spend the night carving wood into a shield. To the point where he would only need metal to finish touches and draft schematics for the bro. That's a long night, bro.
I'm spending 2 days doing that.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I got you. I'll just add your wood disc and what is this? Your Braveheart, his first gun. Yeah, I got you. Sorry, I didn't read the bottom part. I was
The what?
I was like,
What? The Braveheart? What the fuck is that? Oh, the first one.
that happens sometimes, bro. Like, I was like doing math and like trying to figure out like, hey, so Tilgrim has a bunch of potions and shit. Let me
I mean, that's kind of to be fair, that's way more important. I'm just saying that helps the party a lot more.
Yeah, I just needed to I was like, oh, okay, it's cool. Like Zion balanced himself based on ingredients. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh wow.
Balanced? What do you mean?
Well, the things you made sense.
Oh, okay.
Like you looked over at least I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but it seems like you looked over everything and like looked at the best like ways to dole out things for the party. So I was like, oh, so I didn't really have any like, no, you can, or I don't think. I was just like, yeah, that makes sense. Sure. Also, here's your wizard hat because I was wondering about that. And give me a second.
Tilgrim gets a wizard hat on their token.
If he adds it, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot the last part. Fuck. As Tilgrim sits in her room, just kind of thinking about Rictavia and conversations, you just kind of settle into the Vorpal blade, just kind of looking it up and down. And as you hold it, you can feel the vibration just kind of entering you. You can hear just a girl screaming at the top of her lungs. As you begin to slowly fade into a slumber, you just awaken in a pool of blood, standing there, just kind of almost waist high for you. You can see a girl at a shoreline, just kind of staring back at you, waving, saying nothing, but you can hear a screaming in your mind. With that, you just kind of awaken, and you know blood all over your hand as you have a deep cut on your right hand, and in your left hand, you're just kind of holding the blade as if to stab yourself and just looking. You're not sure what happened, but you can imagine you somehow stabbed yourself with the blade.
This
but for
is
some
me?
reason, yeah, this is you. But for some reason, the cut doesn't hurt. It almost feels good. As the blade stops vibrating, you feel a sense of determination. At first, the almost butcher-like knife looks almost elongated, the blade about 18 inches, but then it slowly forms back into that just dagger aesthetic that you're used to, and the vibrating starts again. You're not sure, but you're fairly certain you fully attuned to it. But again, you have no idea what's going on. You just remember just a girl screaming at you and waving to you. Cool. Now I can give you items.
What did I miss just now?
A lot. Okay.
Turn him stab herself.
Oh yeah.
You're going to her
love
face,
that.
man.
You didn't
love
even
it. Yo, that's-
by
yo.
accident or
That's
possibly by
that's the
accident.
new Persona 6 means of summoning your persona. You stab yourself with it.
Oh,
We really are in depression arc right now. Tilgrim's cutting herself. I'm
Oh
depressed.
my
Tilgrim probably wants to die.
What even? Why did that happen though? I guess I should.
Don't worry
ask.
about it. Don't worry about it.
What the fuck
Okay,
do you
you
mean?
know what?
Don't worry. Alright,
You're not
GG.
allowed to explain
Okay.
shit anymore. You're not allowed to explain shit anymore.
Yo, she attuned
Yeah, I love
to the
that.
Vorpal blade. She attuned to the Vorpal blade.
Like,
Yeah,
When
Yeah,
the
man.
summary guy
I was
walks
giving a vampire
away and
character
he
where he's
comes
cut
back
himself.
expecting a summary.
You said what? Jerry, you said what?
Yo, did you read Vampire character who just like frame one cut himself right in front of
Oh
everyone?
yeah, that shit was fucking nuts.
Hey, yo, shut up.
Nah. We gotta
That was
talk about bro
bonkers.
who really slit his whole wrist in front of a demon and had the demon turn and tail. Like that was crazy.
Yeah, that shit was
Oh
nuts, bro.
boy. Oh.
That was
Okay.
fucking wild.
Yeah. He was a blood hunter. The first fight was against a demon.
It was just like, I'm gonna cut myself.
Yeah. We don't know.
You're not wrong.
We don't know him.
I slit my
or
wrist.
anything
Let's go.
about him.
My
We don't know
fingers
him
my
or
eyes.
anything about him. And frame one, fight starts, slits his wrist.
Yeah.
Like just frame one, and like we knew he was a
God.
blood hunter, but just like out of nowhere, frame one, I slit my wrist. Like,
Yeah,
oh
but
wow,
the
okay.
character- no, the characters
Yeah,
sure
bro.
don't. The
That's-
characters sure
The
don't.
characters
He
didn't.
just-
We-
Yeah,
It's
that's
like, oh, an
that's
enemy cuts his wrist.
that's wild,
It
bro.
was crazy. It was a crazy ass
I'm
introduction.
surprised y'all still like walked with that nigga. Like, on a bin left. I was like, okay, man, you have fun by yourself here. I'm doing my own
Bro.
business.
All right, I'm kind of almost done. Zion, you should have all the stuff in your thing, but they're duplicated. So when you see multiple items, you have multiple. For instance, you had 18 venom berries. You still have 30, but now you have 30 and 18.
So 40. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, so it's not duplicates. That's the actual number. Oh wait, no, it's not because you used. Fuck. Did you?
Yeah, I deleted it. Yeah.
Okay, you subtracted your own stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Thank you for doing that because that sounds like cancer. 8 potions of Greater Twilight. That's for you. You can trade when you want. Where the fuck did it go?
Okay,
By the
I'm
way,
just being sure. Zion, did you take and use the other 4 thunder roots, right?
Hey, yo, man. Sorry.
There it is.
No,
Zion?
I said no.
I should have.
Shaking.
I didn't use all the thunder, but I can. Let me give you 4.
Oh.
Shit.
Yeah, I just didn't send it. That's the only thing.
You guys.
Oh, but I wanted you to have it. Make the.
Oh, you didn't want the other 4?
Yeah, I wanted you to make the numbers because I told you in chat, but during the break to like make supremes with them because I don't have any silver. or a forge to melt said silver.
Well, if it helps, he did make the Supremes. This is
All
a
right,
mountain.
I'll just hold on to the thunder root until then.
Oh, also, I don't have the Death Scale from Pale Moon or Wolfsbane as an item yet because
Oh.
as a dummy, I had to do some stuff today and I couldn't really get it done. So that's my bad. Just pretend because it's D&D, right?
Okay.
And everything else would be in your inventory. If I made a mistake, let me know. That's it. Getting back in.
Yo,
Go
pass
ahead.
those around. Pass those around.
Yeah, you guys could do that as we. You note as you begin to leave, Victavia just leaning against the post, nodding at you. So you're all heading out?
Indeed.
Yeah.
Mhm. Heading back to the village, no?
Not exactly.
Well, she just kind of shakes her head. There's no sense in going on. No disrespect to you all. You seem very strong, but are you aware of the dangers that surround us?
Well,
Mm,
Is that
a vague idea, but anything you can tell us about it?
Nothing much. Can't leave town. I've been trying to get over to Kretz to do some shopping for, well, days now. To the north, they say that there's some occult stealing children, but I think those are just rumors. In truth, I don't know an occult or a cult strong enough to make the sky turn colors and freeze a lake. But if you want to go see what that is, might I suggest, well, the burgomaster is there. I'm sure it's safe. But you can always stay here and I can show you some tricks. She pulls some balls out and begins to juggle them slowly and just kind of looking at you. Huh?
impressive?
That's as fun as that would be. Maybe later.
Well, I figured you'd say that. Be warned. No one comes back after traveling to that lake. No one comes back after traveling to Kretsk. With that, she slowly walks inside, shaking her head. And with that, what do you all decide to do?
All right. So, Silgrim, have you finished doling stuff out, or?
No, I'm at the moment. No, I'm still just making
do you
sure I have
mean to give
everything.
me 3 potions of superior healing?
No, I
Hey,
did
yo.
not.
Okay, yeah, I'll hand one. I'll hand
Yo,
some of those back.
Pops.
I'll just.
Just
I'll
two.
hand two
Two.
back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I get more than one potion of healing?
No.
Wait, say
Just
it.
wait a moment. Wait a moment.
Greedy ass niggas.
You're greedy as hell.
Get up here. Get up here.
Facts. Hopping for light, bro.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, you just see Tilgrim literally just with a bag full of potions, just slowly hand one to each one of you. Others more bluish potions. No, wait. Did I make a mistake?
Did you? Again? Oh, 7 potions of greater.
Oh,
Okay, I'll hand them back. I'll hand them back. I'll hand them back.
You have a favorite. You have a favorite.
That's favorite, man. Yeah, that's favorite.
Like,
Good.
Jesus Christ. Okay, all right,
It's-
boss.
it's-
You need
it's
to send
highest-
some of them, right?
No, I'm trying to. It's set the highest. Okay, you kept one too. Okay, good.
Yeah. I assumed that you had a reason to send one to me.
Okay.
Please do. 4 spell slots of any level. Oh, that's how it works? Okay.
Ooh, 4.
Uh-huh.
Oof.
You just pick what you want.
Oh, good
Oh,
shit.
this
Thanks,
is
boss.
4?
Yeah, but it has to happen at the drinking, so you can't be like, I'm gonna have this one, and then later it's like, no, I just need
Oh,
to
yeah.
pick. Just give me. You get 4 spell slots back. Which ones are they? Level 1, 2, like.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, for sure.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
Okay, Zion,
Huh?
you okay?
Man,
Yes, of
He's
course.
very excited about these potions of Greater Twilight.
It's been a long time coming.
It really
Fine, I'll
has.
run out spell slots.
Finally, some love for the goddamn casters.
Yeah, you're welcome. I don't understand why 5e doesn't actually have them. But since I want to switch over to sorcery points, I'm like, well, that makes sense that we have mana pots.
This
Yeah.
Breath's going right here.
Because
Yeah.
sorcery is just mana.
The frontliners had it too good for too long.
What you mean? I never got my ace. What you mean? What you mean?
Privileged ass people.
Seeing as how I'm kind of carrying a lot in my sack, I'm just going to like just take out two books that I've read over and over. That being green and yellow spell book. And just set it on the counter in the room I'm staying in.
Yo, actually, yeah,
So-
he's spitting with this one. I think I'll leave my carpenter's tools behind. Because why?
You could put in a cart, bro.
Put it in the cart. The cart doesn't exist half the time. What do you mean?
All right,
So-
Grant, pretend. As you begin walking,
Oh, then I'm not encumbered.
as you begin walking spryly.
Faster.
Here, look, it's not. There we go.
Well, at least I can still see
What, 2
the
days?
map of Valaki.
I don't know why you can though.
Is it in your performance settings?
I
We
don't
shouldn't
think
be
it's
able
my
to.
performance settings. It never was.
It doesn't make any
before.
sense that you could. There's no difference in the maps, man.
Do
You think it's the same thing with Tyler thing?
Is it brightness?
No,
yeah,
Tyler-
brightness.
Tyler's issue is the brightness. The screen gets white because for some reason his. Actually, I just think Tyler's issue is his fucking brightness is like amped up.
Ah, okay.
Like because
Okay.
like when I darken it, he can see the screen. I'm like, oh, it's just the light setting, man.
Mhm.
That's weird. Anyway, where to, folks? As your party makes your way, Irina beelining to the north, but noting the flames and whatnot, just kind of slowly pushing through past the Voctor residence.
Hmm.
All right. Also, Pilgrim, are you done, or are you still like at it?
Passing out potions?
Yeah.
I am done.
Ooh.
Can I get more than one healing potion?
Same here, man. Same here.
Wait, you
Also,
didn't get
like-
two? Because I got two.
No.
Oh, I got
Wait.
one, bro.
You shouldn't have the supreme healing.
Oh, you want me to hand it back? Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Now I got one. Thanks, guys.
You're okay. You're okay.
I'll be fine. I'll be
5.9%.
fine. Don't worry.
Also, strict, real quick. Look on the Valkyrie. Is it bordered up as well too, or?
It's on
Where am
fire,
I?
I think.
Where am
I'm
I
sorry?
superior?
Oh,
Oh, it's ashes at this point. You
Oh,
just
damn.
remember. You just remember the location.
Okay. Oh, so I'll
Wait,
go
what?
Victor. They're
No,
here.
nothing, nothing.
Victor and what's the face?
Yeah?
Victor and his girlfriend. I was gonna see if they're real or not.
Don't they like? Don't. Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure Victor lives in the Virgo Masters. Well, actually,
Yeah.
wait, what?
Yeah, 'cause I'm trying to figure out something out. Like, it's like if he's here, then what about his girlfriend? So that's something to figure out.
Oh well, I'm sure it'll be fine.
Well.
Yeah.
That's a fair question. If Isaac is here, then
Yeah, it's like my brain's like, yeah, we have to see the other ones. If not, then maybe swap his ass.
Do they
well,
even particularly like it?
a different time then. More important matters.
As you note the other three just kind of leading more or less, you get to the northern gates and they're able to, well, they're being open, almost burning at this point. You can see the gates are starting to catch fire, but something on the other side, you could just hear just kind of a big, this thunderous blow, and you can see just wind sweeping over the flames, and it's slowly just kind of dropping down. You also note the incredible cold you're starting to feel as you enter in past the gate. Irina. Oh shit! Excuse me. Irina just kind of ignoring the loud sound and just pushing her way through the gate, slowly making her way. You can hear what behind the gate as you kind of rush to catch up to her. You enter the outside of the northern gate. You see an older man just kind of standing on like a hillside next to the gate, just looking out and then towards the gate. He seems kind of locked on Irina as he just kind of stares, his arm just kind of moving on its own.
Oh.
No, this time.
He looks
I-
different.
Yes, he might. That's kind of the thing. You note him just kind of looking at you, just kind of using the claws to drag across his face and stare. As he stares down Irina and then notes you all, he just kind of goes back to staring at her. Oh, okay, okay. I see. Are you my, Wait. He just kind of looks back at you all again. The Morning Lord sends a favor. He just kind of slowly walks down the hill. You can see his monstrous arm and his other arm extending. Come, friends. Embrace. Isaac just stands there waiting for a hug. What do you do?
Sure, I could use one. I'll go up and hug him.
You know, Yama's getting close to Isaac as he just slams his arms around him and brings him in. I thought you all died. You idiots. But here you are. And you look, well, young.
Young?
He nods. We haven't seen each other in at least 30 or 40 years.
40 fucking years?
I'm sorry, what?
He
Yeah,
just
I'm
kind of
good
nods.
for my age.
The last time you were here, my brother was still here, and my father and mother. But things have changed. You went into the mist, and you never returned.
Holy shit, you remember us.
He just nods. Yes, of course. You helped my father deal with that Vakr mess, those occultists, the ones who are responsible for the way this town is now, and that nonsense to the north.
Wait, so...
Without you, the entire town would have been destroyed. I don't forget. Even though I gave you a hard time, I was young then, stupid. I've learned my lesson. But he just kind of looks back at Irina. You bring bad omens.
What do you mean by that?
This is who I see when I sleep at night. He kind of goes to his pouch and begins to pull something out with his hand and puts it in front of Irina, slowly opening up the claw. As she looks at her eyes begin to widen. You know dolls. These. Do you remember? He just kind of looks past Irina to the rest of you. That toy maker, Blinsky.
Yes, he mentioned the dolls, yes.
And Lucian's eyes open wide. So, all the way back then, the whole time, it was...
He just kind of nods. Yes, this girl. My girl. Well, he just kind of smiles and looks at her. Do you know who I am, girl? You know, Irina's just kind of looking at him. I know I see you. That face. He just nods. Yes. Do you know why? It has been, well, I thought you had died, Irina. You know, Irina's just kind of backing up and then stopping. She just kind of looks at Ismark and then back. You know, Ismark being incredibly confused as she walks up to Isaac. Isaac. He just nods and she looks at him. You can't really see anything but the back of her head, but you can hear the sound of her voice kind of get choked as she just falls into his chest and just begins sobbing uncontrollably. His monstrous claw just kind of on her back, just holding her. And he's just kind of looking down at her, whispering something. He's loud enough to hear kind of the whisper audible. You can hear him say, "Sister, I thought you died." You know, it's Irina not able to respond as Ismark draws his blade. And
He looks over to Ismark.
Ismark, drawing his blade, quickly kind of rushes towards Isaac and just kind of puts it in front of him. Wait a minute. Hold on. Irina, what's going on? You know, the Irina's still not able to contain herself as Isaac just kind of looks and laughs at Ismark. I don't know who you are, friend, but that blade wouldn't work on me. You can ask your allies if that's true or not, but I could crush you with this if I needed to. Quickly, Irina just kind of pulling back.
Walking.
Yeah. Go ahead.
So just kind of hurrying over to Ismark, I'm pointing the blade at the burgomaster. I'll just went over to put his hand down. Calm down. Let's just hear Irina out first, all right?
Her just kind of stopping. Ismar, it's with Father. And you just know Ismar nodding. Yeah, it makes sense. That's fine. Uh, he just kind of looks at the party. I wasn't telling you exactly the truth because there's no reason to bring it up, but here we are. Irina and I, we're not really siblings, not related by blood. My father found Irina in his travels, but not in Valaki. He found you, she nods, at the stream in, well, what used to be Beres. I remember he found me by the river and the fallen rocks. Isaac just nodding. So then you got away. You survived from him and his attack. Irina nodding. Yes, the stream carried me down to Berez. I was found there by explorers, by my father. Isaac just kind of grinning. You've not really ever seen him smile, but he gives kind of this big smile. You can almost see a tear forming. It does me great joy to hear this, sister. I dreamed of you every night since I was a boy. The last thing you saw of me, dying slowly. That creature he just kind of grabs his demonic arm and just almost claws into it, taking it from me. Irina just kind of pulling back, wiping away tears, and what happened to you, Isaac? What's wrong with? He just kind of shakes. A gift from my adopted father, the burgomaster here. He, did some dealings with the Vistani and the cult, and I was given this arm, this power, as an enforcer. I have to say I used it stupidly as a boy, but as a man, I have done my brother and father justice looking over their namesake. I might not be a Velakovich, but I can protect Valaki. But now with you here, I don't understand. I thought you were dead, but you look no older than... She just kind of stops him, putting a hand against his chest. Don't worry about that. Just know that I am still your sister. Ismark just kind of not sure what to do, just kind of walking over to you. I'm sorry, but he just kind of shakes his head. There's no way to have known my sister would have... he just kind of looks back at Isaac. I don't even know where to begin. Isaac, noticing, just waves his head. Apologies. This is... it must be weird, but... Our family... the Strasnis... we're not Vistani exactly. Our people come from a land fairly close to Barovia, but originally it was the Vistani that kidnapped us and brought us here as children. Separated from our parents, the caravan was attacked by something, some shadow, and I was but a boy, maybe 8, 9. I just remember a creature moving past me in my arm, staring at me from the ground. Little Irina screaming and running away, falling into the river. You hit your head and the waves took you. She just kind of nods. I remember, I remember getting up, but I don't remember. The dreams. He just notes, the dreams tell me that this is real, that this actually happened. She just kind of shakes her head. With that, she looks on towards the north. Isaac, do you hear the voice coming from the north, in the mountains? He just kind of nods. Aye, in my head. She screams in anguish. I've seen her, the angel, her wings, high above, through the clouds. It must be her. What do you hear when she speaks to you? Is it the same thing, Irina? Irina just kind of shaking her head back and forth. She says that only I can give her rest. He just nods. That's why I've been standing here. She said to me that soon I would finally understand why I was put in this place. And seeing you, I understand now. Go on. I will protect you if you need, but now that you are here, I will not let you leave my side again. She just nods at him and looks back to Ismark. It's fine. You can trust him. Isaac would never hurt anyone. Well, as long as he knew they didn't deserve it. She just kind of looks at him and he smiles. I'm not the precocious 8-year-old I was. But you have my word. I will protect you all. I owe it to the rest of them. He just looks back at you at the party. For they protected my village when I could not. With that, he just kind of looks forward and looks back one more time. If you're planning to go visit the saint, know that no one has gone up there and come back. Because of the lake, he just kind of points towards the forest. You could see through a path up and down hills, just what seems to be a mist rising off the lake. You're not really sure at the distance what's there. You can't see figures or anything, just a thorough, thick white mist just rising off the lake. Pointing to it, Isaac just looks back at you. Well, if you're who I remember you to be, you're capable of going and finding for yourself, but there is a woman on the lake. She has been speaking to dead ravens for days now, to keep the villagers away from her. And the flying saint, angel, celestial creature thing that I'm not really sure is real. I've been telling the villagers that the cult is back, taking their children into the woods. It keeps them in their houses and keeps them protected. My guards have been seeing to it. But in truth, there's just a woman in a black robe standing on the lake. Ravens sitting around her, screaming and dying. I don't know what to make of it, and she won't speak to me. We had someone else come and try to speak to her. Some woman, some doctor. But it didn't work out, and, I haven't seen the doctor since I got back to town. I guess she went on, but I don't know how when the west is covered in that silvery mist. In the east, I've heard rumors. Some darkness has risen. I don't like it. But
Was
if you're
this-
here... Oh, go ahead.
Just seeing the lull. Was this doctor's name Van Victon?
Yes, Rickton. She was brave, but I thought her stupid. Why would you go alone into there? She came back, though, without a scratch on her, but the look of disappointment in her face. She went back to the Blue Water, and I haven't seen her since. My
Oh.
guards tell me she vanished.
Okay.
Isaac, the woman you mentioned, the one in black dress, I know her.
How
She's,
do I know? I'm sorry, did you say you know her, or how do you know her?
No, I said I know her. If,
I just- Okay.
if saying if she's speaking of the ravens, then yes, I know her.
He just kind of looks at you and nods. Very good, then. Perhaps you can get her to budge. If she stays there any longer, I'm pretty sure those beams are going to make ribbons of her. You can see what they're doing to my town. I can't cross the mountain. The mist is too thick, though. It seems that she's keeping us here. She says for our protection, but I'm not sure why.
Yeah. So this guy Lucian is kind of looking off to the mountains, so they're blocked by the fog too.
Not so much the fog in the west. This is a different fog. It's a bloody mist. It seems that the lake is turned to blood as well. You can't see it from here, but, you'll know when you get closer. By all means, take a look. I trust you, but if there's danger, I suggest coming back here. I'll go with you if you need. I don't want anything to happen to Irina. Irina's just kind of looking at him. No, you stay here. If you heard what you heard, then you're supposed to be here, aren't you, Isaac? He just kind of looks at her, and you could almost see him smiling, but he just stops and just kind of clenches his fist tightly. I will stay here then. But if you do not return, I will come and find you. I did not. Oh, go ahead, bro.
Rest assured, she will.
He just kind of nods at you. I will give you the opportunity, but I am sure if you are here with them, this all means something. With that, he kind of lowers himself. You know that a massive, just kind of log blocking the path. Just you can see over it through, but he just kind of drags it. Go ahead. Do what you can.
All right.
Thanks. And
Well, with that, give me 1 sec, and then we'll go back. Yeah, I gotta grab something for my dad real quick.
Got you.
the barrier.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking that maybe go up the mountain first and look for his teacher, so that maybe get like an edge in the fight that's incoming.
I mean, if we're able
Watch this
to.
man as hide the forest and snipe the
Yeah,
shit
then
out of you.
Like, can we actually even like go there?
Yeah,
without
like-
dying
Right,
first?
yeah,
without getting
Yeah,
dragged
yeah,
in.
That's
snipe,
what I
bro.
was.
We'll go for it.
Nah. Listen, that's what I was saying with the whole like, the mountain path is blocked off by like a blood mist made by the Raven Queen.
Oh yeah.
That's what he said. So like,
Yeah. So we're like, so we gotta gotta deal with that.
Okay, wait. Who here has prestidigitation?
What the? Okay, I have prestidigitation.
Make hazmat suits.
no, so do I.
That's
Oh my god.
Okay, 1 foot. 1 foot cube. 1 foot cube.
So the most probably Tugum.
I sent Turkman in that bitch. I'm telling you.
No.
Wait, what? What happened?
Pilgrim is not 1 feet tall.
We're not doing that.
Wait, what was that question?
Nothing.
You
Oh,
wouldn't-
making it happen.
you wouldn't
It's
need
nothing,
to
nothing's
nothing,
gonna
make-
happen. You don't need to worry. He was telling a joke.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, I mean, if we can just get the Raven Queen to drop the blood mist, it'd probably be better to talk to. Well, see if we can see if, like the faults in the weapon, if there are any.
On the off chance we end up somehow, and I mean somehow having to fight her. Anyone got like a
Raven
game
Queen?
plan for that? Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't trust nobody in this fucking campaign no more, bro. I'm sorry. Like, I just feel like we're just gonna walk up
I
there.
mean,
She's
to
gonna
be
be
honest,
like,
I really
I need to
walked
tie-
in here expecting like Isaac to like start swinging.
Honestly,
like, okay, I'm gonna tell you straight. We're gonna walk in there. Like, it's like, oh, before I leave,
Yeah,
I need to
now
test you
kinda-
all. Fight me to the
It's like,
death.
it's like, I kind of feel bad now. It's like, you know what? It makes perfect sense. This happened like so long ago. He grew up. It's like, man, I was a dumb kid.
I mean, the thing is, I didn't expect it to be so long ago.
Yeah, like
Like, I
30
didn't
years.
expect,
Like, what the?
time to have continued.
Legit, I thought, okay, we're in a different realm. There's some people who like
No,
remember this.
because,
No, it's just we're forward in fucking time, and this man has aged.
Like, I was
40
thinking that
Yeah,
this was
that's-
the past.
Yeah, because that's I thought so that we were like in the future. I mean,
I
Wait
thought
a
we
minute.
were in the past.
How
no,
long
wait,
did
no.
students
I
see this?
mean, because look at Strahd.
I was 20
Look at
years.
Casimir.
They said he was older, yeah, but
They're
I didn't.
super old.
I definitely
I
didn't think
figured
it was
you-
like
I mean-
40 years though.
Yeah,
I mean,
like,
I didn't.
that's the
Yeah,
thing, like,
I didn't think that he was gonna be so chill. But the jump forward in time, I kind of figured that happened.
I mean, in the story, Strahd was like old before he became young, is what I
Yeah.
was thinking for that. And Casimir
Oh,
is
I
like
forgot
dying.
about that.
True. like Casimir is dying. But
Yeah.
Like he's dying for like different reasons besides age.
Also,
like,
Strahd did take creative liberties with like a lot of stuff in his own dream
like
world.
Casimir's really got
Yeah.
like mega AIDS.
Again,
Could've
Man's
been
like,
with being your
man's like in my dreams. I'm young, handsome, and have all the ladies.
okay, I
That's right.
That's really how it was though.
It really is.
That's really,
It really is, man.
Dude.
Yeah, like
Keep it a
creative
stack,
liberties.
man. Facts. I
Nah,
in
bro.
my dreams, yeah.
Like, would you want to be an old crusty fuck? Like, no.
That's a
He's absolutely
Old-
cooking
that's a
with
crazy
this.
statement,
Yo,
but
old,
you ain't
crusty,
wrong.
lonely.
Incel. He's an incel.
Damn, he
Hey,
kinda
yo,
is, though.
say his face. Say his face.
Yeah,
I'm not stupid.
all of my major enemies, they must have been men.
Must be.
There's no way I got my
I
ass
could
kicked by a
never get
woman,
beat
but
by a woman.
bullshit, that never happened.
Literally
Hey,
never
yo,
happened.
That's crazy.
Yo,
So as you,
Vegeta after his
oh.
arm breaks. Okay, I'm
Yep.
sorry.
oh no, you're good. You can finish, man.
Mm,
Okay, all right. I was gonna say, so as you're kind of standing around, Isaac being not Isaac, I'm sorry, Ismark is just kind of almost weary, just being extremely uncomfortable. He's slowly being kind of coddled at this point by Arena, who's just kind of whispering things to him and talking to him as he just kind of stands in the corner, getting, I guess, understanding it a bit. Isaac just kind of stands off to the side, looking towards the north, just kind of looking back and just waiting until you're comfortable enough to move. What do you all do?
First thing, like, I want to ask Isaac, just looking over to him. Isaac, I have to ask, what happened to the barrier around the town?
Well, uh, when you all went into the mist, when you disappeared, the barrier that was created, you all told my father some mage helped you make it. Like
Yes,
all things,
Mordenkainen.
he nods. Like all things, the mage, this Mordenkainen, passed away, and so did his magic.
Ah,
Yet, I hear rumors about him. In Kretsk, they say there's a powerful mage, stronger, better than any Barovia has ever seen. A mad mage, though, crazy and destroying things whenever they come near him, shouting from the top of the Abbey of Saint Markovia, throwing lightning bolts and things down towards the town, keeping everyone away from it. Again, the rumors stopped after that mist appeared, but I worry for my brother. The last time I spoke to him, well, you'll be glad to note that I'm not the only one who became a vertical master.
Didn't think you had it in him.
And my father never did as well, but my mother saw it. Underneath Victor's bravado was always kindness, or at least kindness for Stella, the one who, more or less, well, I guess when you have someone like that behind you, he just kind of looks over at the arena. You're willing to do whatever it takes to protect them. But again, I have not heard from them in weeks now.
well, after we see what we can do about this, we're heading in that way. We'll be sure to check in on them.
That fills me with something I have not felt in a great deal of time. I actually believe you will. But I don't know how the mist will clear. I guess by all means you should speak to that woman. She seems to know more than she's letting on, but she won't speak to me. She didn't speak to that doctor either. She's just standing there and waiting for something.
That seems to be our calling
I
card
kinda-
nowadays.
She just kind of he just nods at you. I'm sure you well, I don't know how you fit into all this, but anywhere you go, from my knowledge, things happen. Not always good, but you've never let anybody in Valaki down before.
And we don't intend to start. So then, I kind of turn to the party. We all ready to roll?
I am ready. Yeah.
From now, let's walk forward.
Oh, with that then,
And kind of looking to Ismark and Irina. How was Ismark doing?
He's all right. Irina just kind of sitting there with her arm around him. You can hear her say, "Let me say goodbye," or, well, Ismark just nodding with Doryu and just kind of walking towards the rest of you, as Irina just kind of stands before Isaac and just stares into his eyes. I will make it back, Isaac. We have much to discuss. We need to discuss. He just kind of nods. Yes, the Strasnys. She just smiles at him. I never thought I could. You could see Irina filled with something. Her eyes look sharper as she just kind of turns to you and begins walking towards you. So, we're going towards the woman's voice then.
Yep.
Yeah, that we are. Ah, Isaac, you mentioned that the Voctors, they had something to do with this whole situation. What exactly?
Him just clawing the tree. Those fools. All the dark magics that they tapped into and let loose in Valaki. After they got those bones from the church, they created seances and summoned demons and creatures here. It got worse, but, well, more or less what happened was I ripped her in half and her sons tried to stop me, so I ripped their heads off. I had them on pikes for a while just to make sure the townspeople knew what they could and could not do. But it seems that they were all in agreement that I did the right thing.
Honestly,
Can agree as well.
I agree 1,000%. The twins needed something
He just
out
kind
of
of-
their way.
And he just nods. Yes, they killed my father.
Wait, what?
Yeah. He just kind of nods. Yes. It was a year or two after you were gone. They decided to attack the town using, of all things, vampires and demons, summoning the whole family of them, without Stella. Supposedly, it was retribution for what my father did to the girl, sending her away with Victor. But well, we all did. Everyone tried to tell that woman that it was for the best, and that she did not get kidnapped or taken. She did it of her own accord. So much so that my father sent word and got a handwritten letter, but it was too late. During one of our festivals, during a town square celebration, it was a massacre. I did my best to save who I could, but my father decided to face them head on. Strange for him, but he was brave in the end. A true burgomaster. That is when I realized that, all his shortcomings aside, he protected the village, without a doubt, from things I knew nothing about. Worried about dreams and dolls, not seeing what was in front of us.
And Lucian in almost a either a shock or frantic. Did you hear from the guards recently about vampires in the town?
You could just see him nodding. I've heard, but I have not seen anything. I'm wondering, though. The guardsmen told me when they came here a few days ago that someone had been chased through the streets by them or something of the sort. I sent out a patrol, but we found nothing. We even checked abandoned warehouses in the city, and still nothing.
And Lucian just well, that was me. I was checking out the old forge, see if anyone I still knew was around, and they were just hiding out in there.
You can see him just nodding. That makes sense. Understandable, but no. Sadly, everybody is gone. Most of the townspeople who are still here hide in their houses from the nightmares on the outside. Haunt and Kisp. They died as well in the, well, he just kind of looks down in that massacre. They all
I
did.
see. As Lucian just tips his hat.
Oh, and he just kind of shakes his head. But no matter. You are here now. A bit of hope in my heart tells me that maybe you will be able to make sense of this. Maybe you've come back here for a reason. The same reason that we are seemingly having the same dream, Arena. You can see Irina nodding and looking at the party. I think we can help, but I don't know what to tell you. Again, all I hear is that I'm supposed to do something, speak to someone.
All right, then. That's enough preamble. Then let's get to it.
With that, unless what is this? Sorry, give me one second.
Oh yeah, question. Accent. Look to Ismark. I have a question. How long has this woman in black been standing here for? At the lake.
You can see Isaac looking towards the lake. I don't know. Probably 5 or 6 days. She could have been there longer, but that was when I recognized or realized something was going on. She kept me away from the lake, though. I could see black birds falling from the sky on fire, but that was it. She told me if I crossed past the lake into the mountains, I would be cut down, and she put up some sort of, I guess, barrier, and the lake turned blood red in the wake. She seems to be again waiting for something.
So that'll be me.
He just kind of looks at Wolfram and nods. It could be if you know her. Perhaps you can help your ally then.
Oh, let's not dilly dally English.
With that, unless there's an objection, the party begins to walk
yes.
Yeah.
off towards the
Yeah.
lake path. Irina slowly kind of grabbing Ismark and holding on to his, just kind of embracing him real quick. I will be back. And then just kind of pushing herself off, she just kind of rushes towards Ismark and grabs him by the shoulder as you guys all continue forward. The path is about a 15-minute walk down under through the ravines and trees, as you recall, and then up until you get to a small farmhouse on the lake. As you approach the lake, you approach a feeling of cold that kind of just stops you in your tracks. You look around your bags for rings and cloaks made out of owl bears, but find nothing as the chill begins to slowly hit you. As you kind of approach the docks, you can get a clear sense of the lake now. It's just blood red, just a thick pool of blood. Same lake you remember, but covered in just strange black specks as you approach that slowly but surely as you stand at the docks are clear that they seem to be ravens, dead and just floating in the water. As you... Oh, okay.
Sorry.
No, go ahead, man.
Just seeing this, you can just see Tilda preemptively place a hand on her chest, and through muttering a short incantation, just a gold and white energy pulse around her form, fading away. I'm casting.
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 Oh, casting mage armor. It cut out again. Gosh. Yeah.
Okay.
I just want to be a bit more careful. You know?
Can't blame you there.
I probably should do the same.
I'm sorry, Jeremiah. What'd you say?
It's looking alright. I probably should do the same, actually. You just hear Yamez mutter something depressing as he casts Mage Armor himself.
How lovely.
I tried so hard and got so far, but in the end, does anything actually matter?
And with that, you were embraced by a shield of magic. A sad one. With that being said, how come Kester's token is the only token that shows the actual mage armor? That's weird. Anyway, with that, you approach what seems to be a figure standing at the edge of the dock, staring up at the sky to the north. Approaching her, you could just hear. Oh, okay. Approaching her, you can hear the sound of faint birds buzzing around. She stops and slowly turns to look at you. As she turns to look at you, you can feel almost, or at least you feel at ease, but more than anything, you all recognize her, especially Bennett, as she just kind of stares at you. Wee. Boop.
Oh,
Looking over you, she just kind of looks back directly at Bennett and no one else. She says under her breath, "You've come back at a strange time, Bennett. To what do we owe this honor?"
It has been a while.
She just kind of nods. "And how fortunate for me that acquaintances arrive in my moment of weakness, just as he foretold. It's a shame that contract is no longer binding us. However, I would still be grateful if you were willing to correct this mistake that you have made, Bennett."
You've heard about the clash. What do we need to do to fix this?
I wish it was that simple. Just kind of looking over the party and then stopping at Wolfram. You note the woman just kind of shaking her head. "And you've done nothing since you've been here. Not a singular thing. You've not brought back any information. There's no results. Have you even found what you came here for?"
Getting onto one knee and looking down. No, my keeper. My apologies.
She just kind of shakes her head. "Get up. You're not here to grovel. You're here because you're a warrior. You're here because your strength should give aid to those who need it." She looks back towards the party. "These." She just kind of stops and looks, noting Irina. "I dislike being told things that come true so easily." Turning back around, she looks north and goes back to Bennett's question. "St. Andrew slumbers on that mountain. She's right up there." She just kind of points up. You note just kind of a mass of snow-covered peaks just sitting right behind the lake. At the highest peak there, she stares down. But for her, we must look like ants. She's looking for something, someone. But in her madness, she sees that person in all of us. Her power is far beyond well, what I imagined it would be. As I said, your biggest mistake was allowing that group of, well, the devil's minions to get hold of those bones. The bigger mistake was allowing or failing the Martikovs. They may not remember you in this place, but I do. Make sure you don't fail them again. They need you, Bennett. You need them. Because you will meet him soon, and when you do, you will be surprised by how much he knows. I am still being surprised by it. Finding you here, I expected you, but I didn't expect you at all. A young man came through here not so long ago and told me that I would be seeing you all again. And then he told me other things, but how would he know? How could he? Anyway, go up there and get the bones back. You're able to, but I can give you some, advice. I can keep her busy firing whatever this light is upon me and my clan, but not for very long. If you can sneak up the mountain and find her, I'm sure you can. Well, she won't listen to reason. I don't even think she's in control anymore. What she is now is a simple manifestation of power created by a group of people who should not have done that. And by that, well, the man says you'll find out shortly. Something about Kretsk and wizards. Something more about Yester Hill and druids. She just shakes her head.
Who is the man?
If you wish. Oh, go ahead, go ahead.
Who's the man you keep referring to?
She just kind of shakes her head. I couldn't tell you. Or at least I could tell you his name, but I don't know anything about him. He didn't seem. Hmm, he seemed foolish, cowardly adventurer at first, but the things he knew, the way he spoke about them. He said his name was Martin. Uh, Martin von Celeste. I'm gonna put that in chat here. For anybody who needs to. Or not chat, it's a thingy here.
I got it.
He said he was a traveler, and he bought his way into Barovia by the Vistanis. When he left here, he said he was going to see them at the camp, and that was all. I felt something from him that I've never felt before. Fear. It was tantalizing. If only I had the memory of that feeling. She just kind of nods and looks back towards the mountain. You'll find her there, waiting. But be warned, whatever power she controls, she just kind of looks around you each. Most of you would be killed immediately, or at least knocked out from the sheer blast. The worst part is, she's caused a blizzard. There's no way of seeing your way through that mountain. But she's there somewhere, in the middle of all that snow and fog, raining down hell upon this world, for reasons I do not know. Madness. She just kind of points towards the hillside path up. I will clear the path if you need. But be warned, it will be no easy task to approach her, and no task at all to even figure out how to get the bones back from her. I'm afraid when you go up that hill and you climb up that range, you must do it with the intent to destroy something that was once a holy symbol of this land, and has now been corrupted beyond control. Whether or not you feel you're able to do that, well, that's up to you. But seeing you all here, I know you're here for a reason, and bringing this girl to me. She looks back at Wolfram and shakes her head. How did you know?
Was there repeat again?
She pointed out that Irina, you brought her here, and she looked at you and said, "How did you know to do that?"
Well, she's whole mysterious parents, lamb. Down from the way she got here to the way she's able to manifest the reality in this world. Which I assume must be the key. Yes. Okay.
Yeah, let's go, little guy, brother guy. You trying to D&D, bro?
I mean, he said he's interested.
Yo, did he just cast fireball?
Oh, God.
Nah, he's out of darkness, bro.
But yeah, she just kind of she nods at you. The most powerful soul in the entire land, and it's at my fingertips. We can put that to use. I can feel how incredible it is. And, Irina just kind of staring and not saying a word as she looks back at her. Yes, she will do nicely. A sacrifice on the mountain. Whatever you do, make sure that girl Well, you'll see. And girl, you can hear it, can't you? Lorena's kind of still staring and nodding. I can hear her voice, if that's what you're asking. The keeper just smiling. Good. Then that man was right. It's all going according to plan. Perhaps you are all truly chosen. She just kind of turns her back on you, begins to stare up. Make your choice, Bennett.
We're gonna get those bones back. We're gonna make sure we don't repeat the same shit twice.
She just kind of nods. Well, with that attitude, I will gladly aid you in any way I can with information. Those bones need to be placed back inside that old church. Once they are back under the tabernacle, you'll find that the mist to the west seemingly goes away, and this town is strengthened. Any creatures in or around it burned immediately. That is the power of those bones.
And the bones, are they combined with the threat, so to speak?
How do you think she rises from the dead like that? St. Andrew died hundreds of years ago, yet she stands there, flesh and bone.
Yep, not what I wanted to hear, but here we go, alright?
She just nods. Be careful. It will not be easy.
Yeah, I don't imagine it to be. Well, anybody else have any concerns?
No, we will not fail.
Well, do you know anything of an elf named Aaron?
But she just kind of looks at you. I have not heard the name. No. Is he of importance to you?
That he is, and he also may be of importance to what's about to come. You see, he was the creator of that weapon that the Saints using.
I see. Well, hopefully he's put to death for that action. If he is your friend, I imagine he's either working with the wrong group and here for occulting, or he has a strange sense of humor.
Oh, by the way, a woman, Van Richten, came through here to talk to you. Did she say anything before she left?
You just see her nodding. She did indeed. I told her the same thing I told you, but I also just. I'm sorry. But once she heard that that man told me those things, she immediately just turned away and went back saying that it had to be dealt with, even though it might kill the one thing she loved. I didn't understand what she meant, but I left it at that.
I see. Where did she go? Alright. Anything else?
All right, so for the climb up the mountain, I can lead us through a blizzard, no problem. And she said she'd be able to draw her fire, right?
You could just.
Kind of,
Oh, I'm sorry. You're talking to the party.
yeah, to the party, and to the keeper.
She kind of nods. As long as you're, well, sneaking up there, sure. But once you're on the mountain, I imagine she'll be rather interested in you. She is, well, there are things about her that seem closer to a deity than a warrior.
Is there any way for us to track her in the snow?
Not unless you let her fire at you. Perhaps you can tell by the direction, but, well, it's impossible to see once you're up there. She is also, well, causing the blizzard, but she keeps putting up massive walls of wind and ice, rain, sleet, blocking directions, forcing whatever goes up there either into a quick death or to retreat.
It's like tracking a sniper that can change the terrain at will.
She just kind of nods. I'm not sure what that means, but I certainly know she can change the terrain.
Hmm.
Speaking of terrain, anything out there we should know about before we go? Other
Well,
than the crazy
yeah, she
sniper
just kind
lead?
of looks at you slowly. Everything up there is dead. She's the only thing there now.
Peachy.
Ugh. Just kind of
All
looking
right,
up.
so
Ooh, go ahead.
and Lucian just kind of a hand on his chin. I remember the mountain path good and well, and again, I can lead us fine through a blizzard, but dealing with those shots, anyone got anything to even potentially throw it off?
Uh,
You wouldn't have to need the stopping power to just blow it out of the air, even something to just throw off her aim.
I can make illusions.
Well, that works, and anything to stop an actual shot, throw off its direction.
Nope.
This
ah,
was like gesture to like the whole party.
something tells me
I
wind won't
could
have an effect on it.
turn some of us invisible, but I can't turn all of us. Also, and just kind of looking back up to the mountain, just to be sure, it's very cloudy and it's blizzard, right?
Yes.
Okay.
As you look at the mountain, it's just covered in what looks like. Have you ever seen an avalanche? Like just
Oh
the
yeah.
amount of like mist and so it looks like it looks like an
It looks.
avalanche.
It looks like the goings on of an avalanche, just
Yeah,
by like
yeah.
the
It's
visual.
not actually. Yeah, there's not an actual avalanche,
Yeah,
but
okay,
it has that same
the
kind of like the
visual.
snow is misting. It's like you can't see anything except the light coming through that mist.
Just seeing that, I could summon. I could summon Thaumiel, considering he's white, camouflage, but I don't know if you could see through all of that.
Closest thing I got to block a shot is my grave barrier. Problem is, well, I still have to handle that situation. So it's pretty much unreliable.
Now that I think about it, we're going to have to fight in a blizzard, aren't we? Like a full-blown ice-cold blizzard.
Meaning we would
Mhm.
need to get equipment to withstand the cold.
I mean, I could stop the blizzard.
You can?
I think I can, assuming that, well, I can control the weather. I feel like we talked about that.
I imagine you probably have to wrangle control away from the saint, though. It's not like that's easy.
Yeah. Yeah. I can give it a try. It'll take, honestly, it'll take a real long time, so I'll probably have to do that traveling up the mountain. Yeah, it'll take a really long time to change the weather. Assuming that I can at all. But it would be nice to have a backup plan. well, at least to deal with the cold.
Well, heck, we're still preparing. We can go and ask Isaac if there's anything we can use.
Yeah. Yeah, it sounds like a good idea. How long would it take to ascend the mountain? As just I recall.
You note that it's probably going to take on foot about an hour to really get all the way up to the
Oh,
top of it. The most you've gone is just to a summit where you remember the Mad Mage being, but the mountaintop you're looking at is across the summit, so it's like 20 more to 30 more minutes of climbing.
okay. Yep, more than enough time to cast a spell. Okay. Maybe an hour of walking through a blizzard. I might be able to cut it maybe halfway up, assuming that I am strong enough to do so. And for the rest of the fights, it should be, well, good, assuming that I'm strong enough to do so, once again. So, let's go talk to Isaac and see if we have any countermeasures for that, assuming that everyone has their questions out.
Well, I'm well and good.
All right?
Looking
I'll
towards
take that.
a keeper. Is there a way for me to get in contact with you? Should I ever meet you again?
She just kind of looks at you and nods. I will be here, or wherever you need me to be, provided you can actually provide. She just kind of looks at the mountain. An answer to this problem we're facing.
Nodding. Very well, keeper.
All right.
All right, then can the party agree to head on back to Isaac, ask him about anything, or is anybody else got anything to say at all?
I'm good to go back to Isaac.
Same here.
All right, we move.
With that, as you begin to traverse back down towards the town, I'm going to put you back here.
Hmm.
You find yourselves returning to Isaac as he sits on the log, just kind of looking up at the shooting stars and whatnot as they slowly but surely they begin crashing towards the lake. As you're near the lake, you can hear a strange noise as you're turning back. You note the keeper's arms kind of raising up as the beams hit the lake. You can see the blood of the lake just kind of whip up and just stop the beams as ravens begin flying straight out of the lake and hitting the beams as hard as they can. You just kind of get past the trees, noting Isaac just starstruck looking at it as you finally get back to him. Did you speak to that woman, the robed one?
Yes.
That we did, and she is blocking off the mountain for the people's good. But we're heading on up there, see if we can do something about. As he looks up to the the shooting beams raining from the sky, that. But to get up there, we need any kind of gear for mountain travel. Whatever's up there is making some kind of blizzard.
I thought that was weird. The strangeness of the weather. Fine. And if you're here, I don't think anything too bad will happen if I leave here. Come, we go back to my estate. I'm sure we can find something in there. I never touched much with my father's things. There's still a good deal of supplies and other things.
All right then. Time is of the essence.
With that, and nodding, he hurries with you all as you note Arena just kind of falling back to him as they kind of talk about things quietly. Heading back into the town,
Ooh, that's a lot of fire.
Fire, yeah, that fire really does. Oof.
Yo, I just realized something.
Oh,
The library.
library?
Isaac's adopted father. His library.
Oh.
Oh,
You have
okay.
full access to that.
You should, yeah. Just as we travel, kind of, I guess, speeding up ahead and waiting for a lull in the conversation between Isaac and Irina. Isaac,
He just kind of looks over at you. What is it, little one?
well, years ago, I guess, I learned that there was a library, Burgomaster's residence.
Yes, my father's office.
Would it be okay if we were to skim through his poems?
If you think it would help, I don't see why not.
Okay, thank you. I'm sure there's something. You never know what information could be useful in the situation.
He just kind of nods at you. Yeah, agreed. I'm glad you're deciding to assist. With that, you manage to make your way back to the manor. As you enter into the manor, you know that being very cold and it's kind of empty, dark with nothing really lit, no dipes, servants, no anything, just an empty old house. As Isaac kind of stands in the the foyer, just kind of looking out and closing the door, he just looks back at you. You wanted to, I guess, go upstairs and deal with the library, yes?
Yes.
All right. I'll go get supplies or whatever you might need. Perhaps he just kind of looks over everything. Some warmer clothing. Or with that, because you want me to put the map up, or do you not need that?
No,
I mean,
we don't need that.
I don't really need it. I kind of gotta go find a little something, something. So
Okay. We'll just deal with so overall, we'll just worry about Tilden. You note just heading into or on the second floor, going around the corner, noting all the doors. You recall the office being purely center of the floor, and heading in, no sign of dogs or the burgomaster, as you recall it. Just a dark, empty room covered in dust now. Isaac just kind of scurrying by and quickly lighting a lantern there as he moves in and drops some clothing on the old desk. Ooh, here, mother used to keep cloaks and things of that nature, furs. These look warm. Even something for you, little one. My brother's old schlock, he says to you as he pulls out a small black robe that's, excuse me, made out of wolf fur.
Thank you, Isaac.
Also, if you need to, I guess, get through the ice and snow, I have pittons and some climbing gear for you. But that path should lead cleanly up. I saw the hunters used it for years.
It's always good to have some extra on us just in case. With a blizzard raging like this, we can't guarantee the path.
Yes, and with whatever's causing the blizzard, which I'm sure that thing is, it's probably not even a blizzard.
Thanks.
He nods.
And Lucine will just take one of the coats and some of the pittance.
Oh, with that, just kind of looking over everything, you note that. Oops, sorry. You note that Isaac begins looking over the library with the lantern. You said you needed to look at the books. Go ahead. What are you looking for specifically, though?
Honestly, anything that is magically inclined, or anything that could give us any information that would help.
He just kind of shakes his head.
Mostly quenching thirst, mostly quenching my curiosity.
He just kind of nods. So just books on magic then.
Yes, if he has any.
You know him just kind of scrolling through the books and looking. There's some scrolls here, but
Oh,
Father mostly kept business and history journals.
I wouldn't mind skimming over the.
Right, you know, just getting handed a purple-bound leather book. Here, the history of Arcana in Barovia. It seems to be quite short, as well. It speaks of the great Kazan and his desire to make sure that uh, the prince was taken care of. It doesn't speak much to what happened to him after, but he just kind of looks as you begin to look over the book. You notice it details the great wizard, or the archwizard Kazan, and his apprentice Sidion, how they founded the Amber Temple as a place for wizards to be able to practice and build new spells, and something about locking away the true powers of Barovia, so that only the greatest minds could tap into them.
This is very.
Looking
Never heard
through,
of this was Kazan.
you just see Isaac still looking through. As Ismark just kind of butts in. Oh yeah, he's Kazan's in most history. He was supposedly the king's executive wizard. Supposedly he just kind of stops and looks. Wait a minute, give me that book.
Okay, and I just kind of like pass it along to him.
Just looking it over, you could see a weird, shocked smile come over Ismark's face as he shakes his head. This isn't real. This is a fairy tale. This is part of the story. You know, I'm sorry, Isaac just nodding. It is indeed not real. But it happened. I can assure you of that. My father told me more when he was a boy. I remember the raids when I was a boy. Are you saying you've never dealt with it, even with the arena sitting there? You know, there's Mark just kind of looking at it. There's no way this happened. Kazan was Thodd's wizard. You've read the story. You know, Isaac just kind of nodding. Indeed. I know that the names are the exact same, but this is not a fairy tale. This lists things that really happened. My father would know best. You can trust that. You know, Ismark just shaking his head. I don't know. Kazan was a colorful character. He created a sword that could cut through anything. He turned water into wine. He walked on water. He was unreal. There's nothing like that there. No one had that type of might.
He created a sword that could cut through anything.
Walked on water.
Just kind of. Would this be this? Thinking back to the Vorpal Blade, is there any marking on it?
It looks to be, I don't know if you know what Damascus steel is, but it has the same pattern as the Damascus blade. So it has like a winged pattern on it.
Okay.
Yeah, let me just be sure. Like, I don't fucking.
No, I know what Damascus is.
Okay, so it has the same kind of just almost wood-like pattern all over it.
Just showing Isaac and I guess Ismark, a blade that can cut through anything. Was this blade called the Vorpal Blade?
You can see Isaac just kind of nodding but shaking his head at the same time. I don't think so, actually. But I've heard tales of the Vorpal Blade. It is in the Song of the Seven Swords. It has a line about the sound it makes. A snicker or a snack. I always thought that was strange.
Oh. Perhaps I should learn more about this Kazan.
You know, Isaac just kind of pulling another book out. Here is the story of his tower in on Lake Baratok. It's again a fable, but that tower is there. It's in ruin though.
Thank you, Isaac. I'm just kind of taking the book. I'll just skim throughout it.
Just kind of hearing that the seven blades were forged in the Tower of Kazan, beyond the door of Ever Questioned, inside a forge that doesn't exist. The seven blades carry one thing in common. They were all created for a specific reason, but in the book you're reading, the reason is torn out or the page is gone. Upon seeing that, Ismark just nods. Yep, that's exactly how it is. Strange. He just kind of looks around. He grabs another book and starts flipping through it. Pages ripped and shaking his head. It's the same in Barovia. In our village, our town elder, all his books are torn apart, pieces missing, as if someone or some group decided to eliminate history. But he just begins to look ever confused. This isn't history. These are children's tales. Ismark and Doryu going to the wall as Ismark looks towards Isaac. Can we read whatever we want? You can see Isaac nodding. If it would help. Ismark just begins to read through things. Doryu begins to check things as well. Irina, however, still sitting at the burgomaster's desk, is just looking around the room, just almost shaking. You can see her hands shaking on the desk.
I'm starting to think storybooks are a little bit of reality in them.
Ismark just kind of shaking his head, looking towards Bennett. I would have to agree with you after what I saw with that woman, but I don't want to believe that all these fables could be true. Hanging around with you all, though.
So,
Isaiah.
I'm kind of seeing Irina with just alone with her hand shaking on the table. Wilson just walks over. Are you all right? As he passes her one of the fur coats.
She kind of just lays it on her shoulder and shakes her head slowly to you, indicating she is not, as she just kind of stares at you. Nope, I am not. Don't worry about it. I just can't shake the feeling. This is all a bit overwhelming. Everything seems to keep coming back to me. Whatever you're here for, finding Isaac, that woman at the lake. She looks at Tilgrim, your cousin. She just kind of goes back to looking at the desk and shaking her head. I just miss my father. I just want to go home.
Well, we're here to make sure that not only remain possible, but will come true.
She just kind of nods at you. I want to believe that. I do. You seem to have the best intentions, but that girl with the blood, and the other one on that thing. She begins to just look at Kester. They wanted something from you to test you, but still, she seemed to be eager to take something from me. I don't even know her. I don't think she just stops. Nope, I'm wrong. All right, if you're going to protect me, I suppose I should learn something as well. She just kind of turns to the stack of books behind her and just starts reading through things, trying to find something.
And did she take the coat I handed her?
She did. She laid it over her shoulder.
Just kind of taking Virtue's Justice off of my belt hook and just kind of holding it. Just unsheathing the blade and just holding out in front of me. One of the 7 swords.
You can see Isaac looking at it as it glows brightly. Ismark staring at it as well, shaking his head. Yeah, it is the Crusader's blade.
And I believe I have another 7. I'm not sure of its name, but I just kind of brandish the rubble blade still in its sheath.
Ismark looking towards Isaac and Isaac looking back, both nodding, as Ismark says, "That is, well, in the story, the Vorpal Blade's longer, but it certainly has the same pattern. Perhaps facsimile?"
Dust Cleaver. That's
the name?
if the note story you gave me were right. That's its name.
The Ismark nodding as well. Just this, the Dust Cleaver, the last scream the Dusk Elves ever made, forged by Kazan for the Prince, a Casimir, to hold back the hordes of darkness.
Did you say Casimir?
Isaac just nodding. In the story, the Dusk Elves used to live in Valaki, or the area. It is now, well, there are no Dusk Elves here. I have never recall seeing one, not in years. I recall there was still 2 or 3 when I was younger, but, well, the vampires returned, and they saw fit to destroy and eliminate the rest of the Dusk Elves. Blood vengeance, as they call it.
Mr. Jerry, real quick. So
And
looking
as
at,
Sorry, just like adopting a
Whoa, hold on. Guy, what's up?
I was looking at both at the Crusader Bed and the Dust Cleaver. Is there any similarities they have with each other?
I'm sorry?
Any similarities both the Dust Cleaver and the Crusader Bear has with each other?
Okay. Both what and what have?
The Dust Cleaver and the Crusader Blade.
Do they have any similarities? No, they look completely different. Their designs have absolutely nothing similar at all. The Crusader blade, as you see it, seems to be a kind of ivory white blade, very true to what a paladin would be using, a longsword. However, it's rather short for a longsword. You note the blade to only be probably 12 inches long, which is not really much of a sword. You're not sure why, but it certainly glows whenever it's unsheathed. The glow is bright enough to light a room up around 30 feet, you'd imagine. As for the Vorpal blade, it looks like almost a kitchen knife, right? Like a good kitchen knife. The Damascus printing almost looks like it's made out of gray wood, but it's made out of, well, as you know, you're not actually sure. But they are not the same size. You note the Vorpal blade's only about 5 inches in length completely, whereas it's designed to look what looks like, again, a mundane kitchen knife, a shelf knife, whereas the Crusader blade looks like something a paladin would carry.
Okay, I was thinking like, does that have any unique green distinction amongst them, like how with Irene's amulet thingy?
No, there's no similarities there
Okay.
as well. The Crusader's blade, I believe, glows. Here, let me just make sure. There it is. I'll show it to you there, at least the hilt. So, oh no, I'm wrong. So yes, you do know this one similarity. The Crusader blade seems to have emeralds in it that are the same color as Irena's eyes and her emeralds.
130 test with it.
quick question.
But in the Vorpal blade, you don't actually notice any similarity to that. I'm just going to show you that.
Very neat.
Pretty.
I think Jeremiah, were you saying something?
Just looking over them. In that book, is there anything about a kinslayer or what was it? Dwarf dagger.
You could see them just kind of both nodding. As Mark goes, I don't recall anything in the story about dwarven daggers, but, well, you probably couldn't make half of these blades without some type of dwarf forging.
Any mention about Swiftwind?
Sorry, I didn't hear the word.
Any mention about Swiftwind? And just like point out his rapier, this thing. Or anything that looks similar to this?
They just kind of look at it as they both kind of shake their heads. I've not heard anything in the story of that. That blade looks strangely, well, they just kind of look it over. It certainly is magic, but no, there's no tales of dwarven blades.
Like Dragono fooling around. How about this? As I push you halfway. This is Volran, Slayer.
And as Lucien just continues walking around the room, just handing out coats to pretty much everyone else. Just kind of ironic how the mages are the one with the potentially legendary swords in hand.
Ismark just kind of smiling at that and just nodding. I find that kind of strange as well. But you are a fairly strange group.
Yeah, yeah, we are. And just the entire time, Kester is just kind of like staring at the bookcase, looking for something in particular. Uh, is there a, or have you seen, Isaac, a black book? Strange leather binding, so to speak.
You note Isaac just kind of stopping and thinking. Not here. He looks around. But come to think of it, that doesn't sound strange. Uh, Black leather. I I have seen that before, but not here. Hmm. He just kind of stands in the corner, like just scratching his lower lip, trying to think. This is going to bother me.
I think I may know where it is. Where was Victor's room?
He just kind of raises his eyebrow and looks at you. Hmm. You remember? Yes, that's exactly where I saw it. It should still be untouched. I never went in there. I was afraid that they might, polymorph me into something.
Hmm.
As angry as I was as a boy, Victor was something entirely different.
Yeah.
You can find it up there. He kind of points out of the room. Go down the corner and up. You'll see the stairwell going into the attic. There's a. He just kind of stops. Well, there's a doorway in my parents' room. It's a trap door that goes straight up. Once you go up there, you should be in the attic.
Okay. Thanks.
He nods. Be careful. I've not stepped foot in that room in quite some time. There may be traps and other things. Victor always was different.
Yeah. Yeah, that he was. And just with that, Kester leaves the room and heads over to that area, just leaving them to their discussion.
With that, does anybody have anything else they want to do before Kester goes on an adventure?
Isaac mentioned magical books. Not a lot, but yeah, at least some.
You only note the one that he gave you plus the other one about Kazan.
Okay.
Just noting the arcana of the world. In it, though, you do find information about. Well, you find a lack of information about Barovian magic. You do imagine that Barovia being cut off from the rest of the Greater Sword Coast would make it limited in scope in terms of magic spells or anything of the sort, especially since everything looks so disheveled now that you're actually seeing it for what it is.
I guess in that case, I'll just like allow myself to be absorbed in the book, just reading it.
And over to Isaac. After Lucien just gets done handing out all the coats to everyone going. Well, when we get back and everything's in better straits, would it be all right if I used Han's Forge? It kind of hurts to leave it like that.
You could see him just shaking his head. You can use whatever you want in town, but getting that old forge to light is going to take a bit of magic of your own, I suppose.
And with that, Lucien just actually he just asks Doryu, Irina, and Ismark to pass over their swords so he can sharpen them while he has the time.
Doryu and Ismark both kind of agreeing. Brilliant idea. But for some reason, Irina's just kind of holding on to her blade, just smiles at you, but keeps it next to her. She just nods to you. This is my father's blade. I would like to sharpen it on my own if that's okay. Ismark also just kind of pointing out she's quite attached to it.
No, that's all fine. And is she reading something right now?
She's looking through just a random scroll.
And I guess I just leave her a whetstone as I just start sharpening the other two swords.
Mr. J, is anything looking through the library? Is anything about the Markovs or the Wizard Winery?
You do note that on the burgomaster's desk there is a ledger, and on that ledger it does note sales from the Wizard of Wines.
Look towards Isaac. Would you mind I part that for a bit?
I was just kind of looking at the ledger and looking back. I don't have an issue with you reading it over, but I'd like to keep that there. It has most of the business going on and invoices that my father left. I use it for, well, whenever we have to deal with traders that come through, which is, well, scarce, I suppose, since that fog. Go ahead and take it. Please bring it back.
I will. Thank you. We'll start reading that shit.
You note information. I'm trying to figure this out. So, in the book, you note information about the Wizard of Wines, but only information about how much wine they've sold to Valaki and their normal travel routes. You note that they seem to visit Irwin probably once a month, but they stopped back a few weeks ago, and they haven't come into town since. You note not Victor, Isaac's handwriting, but all the way down a few pages, you can see the burgomaster or Burgomaster Velakovich's handwriting, just pointing out certain things about the Voctors and other things. Nothing too informative for you.
Okay. Thank you.
With that, as the others are going on with their research and study, Kester, you find yourself on the top of a trapdoor ladder, just kind of walking into a room. This room's just covered with thick cobwebs and dust as you slowly recall patrolling through it, seeing all manner of things. Untouched, it looks exactly as you remember it. Coming to the end of that hallway, you find yourself at the door. If you have any recalling back to the first time you saw the door, you, with hesitation, just kind of stand in front of it and look it up and down as you look for runes and other things. As you don't notice too much visually, the door sits there fairly dead to the world. What do you do?
Kester just reaches out to the handle and just slowly just tries to open it, just being wary of anything sitting behind it.
As you slowly reach your hand out to grip the knob and begin to slowly twist, you can hear the rickety crick and clack of the old brass lock coming and giving way as the door just slowly begins to open. After a few seconds, you just kind of throw the door open as you realize, there's nothing here. And you begin to step through. As you step into the room, it's much like you remember it, only some of the items that you recall Victor having once upon a time are gone. There's no spell scrolls, no books, nothing of the sort. But in a corner with a dirty old blue rug in front of it, you could see a chest laying on the floor, a wooden chest that you remember quite fondly, but a rug that you recall being somewhat problematic.
And I can't walk around the rug to get to the chest.
There's no available way to do it now. It seems to be sitting on the end of it in the corner.
Okay. Well, with that, Kester casts levitate on himself. Just
As
a
you begin
whisper.
to rise up in the room, you note a cold breeze hitting you, and the levitate just drops you back down.
Oh, that's remarkable. And with that, let me just use the spell slot. Oh, remarkable.
You can feel something in the air getting like colder as you stare at the chest. You're not sure what's going on, but the door just slams shut behind you. You can hear a lock click as you stand in front of the rug, staring at the treasure chest.
I. Uh, Victor. Victor. Just thinking back, what did the rug do exactly again?
You recall for some weird reason when stepping on it, or I'm sorry, I don't believe you stepped on it, but when I believe Tilgrim and Bennett stepped on it, they recall telling you that they were warped into a strange place where where one of them was, got their chest caved in by Strahd, who put his hand directly through them. I think that was Bennett or I can't remember which.
It was Bennett.
Yes, there you go.
Fuck.
Mm.
Oh, fuck.
Mm.
I really. I'm pretty sure now that I'm locked in and I can't cast magic and there's no way around it. Oh, this fucking sucks dick. All right, shit. Looking around the room and just as a last resort, just closing my eyes and using my magical senses, just feeling around the room for any sort of just this, just any magical presence that I can focus in on. See what's powering this whole trap that I seem to be in.
You don't know any magic in the room whatsoever, actually. As you look at the rug, you don't note anything from there either.
Reaching down to the rug, just crouching down, just onto one knee in front of the rug. No magic, huh? Hmm. And just folding up one of the sides. Does it seem to be just anything written underneath it?
You don't notice anything but dust and like sediment on the ground.
Well, uh, time to take a leap of faith. Please don't kill me. As just Kester rises to his feet and just takes a step onto the rug, just trying to make his way over to the treasure chest.
And with heavy foot falling, your first step is lands on the rug squarely as you just kind of brace and look around using one of your eyes. After a few seconds, you realize nothing happens. You're just kind of standing on the rug.
As just Kester feeling intense relief that he is not going to die again today. He just briskly makes his way over to the chest, not wanting to tempt fate. As
Uh,
he
oh no, sorry, I thought you were done.
No. Just he just places a hand on the chest and attempts to open it.
You notice it's not locked as it kind of just pops on open. There's nothing on it except like as you kind of push it up and look into it, it seems to have nothing in it except a black bag and a black book. They're just sitting there. The book on top of the bag.
We meet again. As just Kester reaches down and picks up the book.
With book in the hand, you feel immediately the presence of magic. Just kind of a strange heaviness sits over your chest. Holding the book makes you feel somewhat nervous. A fairly same feeling you felt before, only this time something feels somewhat angry, whereas before it felt distant.
Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Just looking back at the black bag, that is dangerous. I probably shouldn't touch that again. Well, I didn't touch it, so. As just Kester just flips open the book and just tries to find a blank page. We meet again?
Looking at the book, you could see handwriting on it, just notes and ideas. You imagine it's Victor's as noted by, well, him writing his name in it. As you flip through the pages, you find that half the book is filled with different notes and just things from Victor, but the other half is blank.
Uh, just recalling that I can write in it to talk to Teak, just reaching into my back pocket for a pen. Uh, just finding a open page. Hello, as he just writes on the top of it.
Trying to rule whether or not pens are a thing.
Oh yeah, fuck. I mean, what do you
Pretty,
rule?
pretty sure I mean, I don't really care, but like it's ink and quill. But I guess pens are fine. But would there be pens in Barovia?
Ooh,
That's the thing. Anyway, yeah, whatever. So I'll make it a stick of charcoal because that sounds more realistic there, Chief.
yeah, absolutely
So
fine.
yeah, so with your charcoal stick of writing, you managed to write the words "hello" in the notebook. Yet you don't notice anything writing back, but you can feel power coming out of it, just coursing through it intensely.
Oh, I guess she's angry. Um, just writing just next. I know it's been a long time coming, but I'm here now, and well, if you're here, it'd be nice to know that you are. Please.
All right, you note that there doesn't seem to be any real response at all from the book.
Well, I'll hold on to it then. Just as Kester closes the book and just tucks it into his bag.
As you go to do that, you note the cover of the black leather bound book seems to have something engraved in it you didn't notice before.
Mhm.
You note that book's name or the notebook itself seems to have the title of the Book of the Nameless. As you kind of look at the word nameless, you see it kind of almost beginning to swirl on the leather. But as you kind of blink and shake your head, it doesn't move at all. It's just the Book of the Nameless.
The book inside still says Victor, right?
Yes, inside it has his name plus other notes and things he wrote down. It
Hmm.
also has strange writing from, you're not sure what the handwriting is, but it doesn't look like his. There are also notes, but it's not a conversation. They're just notes on magic, as if
Okay.
two people were just writing notes on the same thing, trying to figure something out.
Okay. Uh, just as just instead of tucking it away, Kester just reads the notes just trying to pick apart what they were trying to figure out as he just makes his way back down the ladder and back to the party.
You find that as you're reading it over, we're heading back down, that the notes Victor was talking about was he was trying to figure out a dimension door spell for some reason. You could see underneath it in small scribbling, something along the lines of wanting to get somewhere he couldn't get to. You imagine from what you recall about him, that would have been the Boctor house and trying to get to Stella. But uh, other than that, the notes that don't look like his handwriting or what you recall seem to talk about not how to do that, but reasons why it wouldn't work and or the power isn't strong enough. Underneath some of the notes, it also suggests that names are spoken specifically to create power. To summon, you must use the name of that summon. Yet, underneath those, Victor's notes were it is unnecessary to involve anyone other than himself.
Oh. Okay. I see. Alright, okay. That'll clue me in on something that I'll need to try later. Summoning. Wonder. And just as Kester just mumbles to himself, I make my way back.
Meeting up with the rest of the group who has been diligently reading and trying to figure things out. You're all rather warmer and supplied fairly well for the travel. Food and rations, things to make climbing easier. However, Victor, Isaac just not knowing much else he could help with as he looks over his father's books. I don't know what else I can do to help, but ask if you need. The information here is more about business and history than anything else. I don't think there's any information about Andrew at the church anymore. Since the father's passed, no one decided to take it over.
If it's not too much to ask, could I get some funds to go get some new armor?
Ismark just kind of raising an eyebrow, looking you over. Ooh. He just nods. That wouldn't be a problem, but he just kind of looks out one of the windows near the. Where exactly are we going to get that armor there? I thought Lucian said that the forge is, well, pretty much gone.
Along with the anvil, and that's a problem in of itself.
There's no place in town that sells anything?
Nope.
Isaac just kind of shaking his head. Ugh. Since the mist blocked off the west, not even the Vistani have been able to get out. It's been that way for weeks now.
I love it here.
And Lucian's just swiping away at the swords with the whetstone. Well, I could probably cook you something up, but again, would need a forge.
You see Ismark just kind of nodding. I'll keep the coins as he taps his bag on me until we figure it out. How's that sound? I have to say, I don't know about anything in this town really being worth it. But if it helps, like the burgomaster said, I suppose we should try everything. Ismark is somewhat conflicted at the moment, kind of thinking to himself. The party. The party sits and continues to read, I suppose.
I just continue the sharpened swords and
Yeah, Kester's just hard focusing on his book because of obvious reasons.
Sorry, I got pulled
Alright.
away by something. Can you repeat what was said?
Save me, Broski. I can remember.
I am in character as Tilgrim. What?
But shit, he's reading.
I'm assuming.
you're not saying anything.
Okay. So everybody's reading. Jeanette, is Jotun doing anything? Okay, Jeanette's dead.
I guess in the meantime, I offer over to Bennett as well while I'm maintenancing weaponry.
Hey, I
God,
talk.
magic or not, everything needs a little maintenance.
Actually, Mr. Oh, wait, go ahead.
What? You're the only one talking.
No, Bennett was about to say something.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Just kind of taking Virtue's Justice off my back and just holding it. The blade kind of facing down as I look towards the sheath. I'm just gonna like think in my head. Do you want to have maintenance? I don't really know how this whole thing works.
You notice you get a sense of pompousness, almost narcissistically. You kind of turn and look at Lucian, and just you almost look down at him. Your expression is almost like he's beneath you suddenly. That feeling, slightly, it emanates so harshly, and then it just goes away.
Well then, I suppose not. Tilgrim.
It just stares back at the sword. Huh. Okay, you can do that.
Cheap ass whetstone. Should have run that shit on my blade.
Yeah, I hope your shit breaks.
You know damn well that shit ain't breaking.
His sword now has a grudge. It's not gonna break. I did not know it could. Okay, huh?
Damn, dog. Shit.
I'm gonna rule that as a no. Holy shit, it can influence me that hard.
Ask Lucian just over to Tilgrim's just too Tilgrim's just too engrossed in her book to answer.
Huh?
I was asking
Just look-
while I'm sitting here doing some maintenance. Would you want me to see if I could, I don't know, maintenance, sharpen, clean, whatever that the knife you have?
Oh, well, I guess we call it dust cleaver now. I don't know if you can. Just kind of taking out the blade. It's still like vibrating, right?
As you hold it, it does vibrate. It doesn't shake your hand, but you can feel the vibration of it. Like it's always vibrating when you're holding it. When it's in the sheath, though, or in your bag, it doesn't do that.
I don't know if you can, Lucian. It's, not a...
All right, I see.
Yeah.
I had to look over to Bennett. Yes, it's simply not good enough then.
No, it's not that. It's...
No,
Look,
don't worry about it.
It's not a still blade. It's moving. It would be
It's fine. It's fine.
It would be a danger to you.
I'm starting to feel
As
like it's
Lucian
not
just
very
looks
fine.
back down at the sword, almost with a disgruntled look on his face as he puts his hat down to cover his expression.
I have this. You could use your. You can maintain this.
Oh no, you're quite well off. Don't worry about it.
Throughout this entire thing, Kester just looks up with one eye from his book. Before just looking back down even harder.
Isaac, Ismark, Doryu, and Irina just kind of side-eyeing and like looking back quickly.
Okay, well,
Holy shit.
that's the first time the sword's got me into some shit.
I guess I put away my regular dagger.
And with that, Ismark just kind of almost clapping, trying to get attention, but closing his hands together, looks at you all. Well then, should we? I guess. Well, no, we're warmer now, but I can't say I'm any more confident in going to see this snow queen of sorts. What now?
as Lucian just puts a finishing shine, just brilliantly glistening the two short swords as he goes to hand them back. Well, we talk with the keeper. We get her to start drawing the saint's attention, and we see if we can sneak our way up the mountainside.
Sounds like a plan, he says as he takes his blade and kind of just taking out of the sheath, looking, he just stares at it.
You can almost see his reflection in it. It's brilliant.
I almost feel like making you roll for that.
Yo, do it.
Roll that
No,
shit. Roll that bitch.
he needs this. It's his ego. He needs this. You can't make him.
Yeah,
roll for it.
roll that shit. I'm talking about not one.
There's no like I'm not gonna give him a failure state for his dreams. Okay,
Yes, I can.
man's polishing is top notch. Let him win.
My whole opposition.
Yeah, you know Ismark's the mirror reflection in his eyes as he nods towards Lucian. It's wonderful, brother. Thank you. He just kind of puts it away at the side as he looks on to the rest of you all. With that, he just kind of brushes himself off. Well, your relationships, what they are, I am grateful for your assistance, Lucian. Dory, taking his blade, just kind of nods quietly.
And over to the rest of the party. Well then, are we ready to move? Now we've got our coats, we've got our climbing gear. Any more reading you'd like to do?
Looking out the window, what time is it?
You know it to only be a little bit later in the morning, about 9 o'clock. I'm sorry. That being said, as Isaac notes the return of Kester, he just kind of looks at you. Did you find what you were looking for? That book that Victor was always playing with.
Yeah, so just Kester still having his eyes buried in the book. Yeah, I definitely found it.
Looking it over, he just kind of nods. I remember it now. Yes, brother always said not to touch it or read anything. Some sort of secret journal.
Yeah, definitely.
What did you learn, Custer?
The carpet that eats you no longer eats you.
Oh, that's good. That's actually.
Yeah, shaved a few years off my lifespan though. But what did I learn? Is that, well, also the bag of devouring is still up there. Didn't touch it for obvious reasons. If anybody else wants to take a gander, it's still up there.
Kind of looking over, just reminiscing. I think I'll pass. Someone lost. Well, you all.
Yeah, we were all there. Mm-hmm.
Who?
Well,
The story's for another time. Go on, Kester.
Well, the book is, well, like you said, a journal from Victor. Sure you remember what it also did, but besides various magical effects, well, when I write in it, it no longer responds. I think I need to, well, complete a pact, so to speak. And for that, I probably need to summon her. And she's not gonna be happy with me, considering how long this took. I'm sure you know who I mean when I say her.
Her.
Yeah. Teak. Ugh. Fuck. Alright. I mean, I can do it now or later.
I mean,
Well,
shouldn't you like have something for her?
At the expense of her being quite angry, maybe a bit later.
Yeah, Kester. I think there's like type of things where you get like a bunch of fancy wine and shit for her.
Yeah, I have some. Not enough, probably. And also, I fear that the longer I take, the angrier she'll get.
Didn't you mention that Teak was a god of some sort?
Hmm. Uh, I don't know if she was a god per se, but she definitely was immortal. Well,
Well,
until the pact.
ah,
Now, well, she's different. She's definitely not here. She may well be still at the wave. Whoa, that sentence didn't work. She may still be at the wave. Arguably, she should still be immortal. But, as I just kind of hold the book up, this thing is definitely angry.
well, it's your call, Kester. If you summon her, you might get a boost in power. Ultimately, it's your call.
Oh, hmm. Well, I would personally think to put it off for just even a little bit longer.
Hmm,
Heck, maybe before we head up the mountain, perhaps. Not now.
not now. I mean, do we really want to do it over there?
I mean, do you have an extra thing for her if we do it there? Or will she just be exposed to the elements and probably be even more mad at Kester, possibly us?
I personally don't. I'm sure that we can find one more laying around.
And I suppose Doryu and Ismark and all of them are just staring off in confusion.
They're very much like not sure what's going on as they kind of look at each other.
Uh,
Everyone's
we're,
not
So,
too
so
interested.
we're
They're not.
talking.
not too interested. Okay.
We're talking about someone that was very close to Kester.
They just kind of all nod, kind of in agreement. But
Yeah.
Ismark just under his breath, he says, "Oh, another girl who's going to kill us."
It's absolutely justified too. Like I can't even say
Yo, come to
that.
learn he has a bad track
Yeah,
record with
it
any
actually-
female.
It actually kind of is. Wow. Given man. Huh.
I was not wrong when I
Based on
said
his
very
own-
close.
I mean, it
Based on his
definitely
own
won't be an
impression?
us thing.
Yeah, that's like that's an apt like huh.
In this case, it definitely won't be a kill us. It will be a kill me.
You know, Kester, you can always go to College Eloquence.
No, no thanks.
Oh, well, enjoy Whispers
Or
then.
just start talking to women in general.
Ah, fuck you. All right. Okay.
All right. Jokes aside, whatever the case at Kester's expense,
You said that was a
we're
joke.
all just going to well, what's the plan here?
Just
I'd say put it off for now. And again, is everyone done with their researching and such?
Mr. J, just to be clear, I didn't see like any book on the Wolf one or any of its various names, right?
I'm sorry, you said books on what?
The Swift one or any of its various names.
No, you didn't. No.
Yeah, I'm basically done. Or any on dwarves also.
What? Anything on what?
Dwarves.
No, there's no information on dwarves.
Okay.
Did he like specifically say he was looking for info on dwarves?
Ooh.
Yamez, did he actually like say that out loud?
Yeah.
Yeah, he said it when he was about the dwarf dagger.
Ah, well, are you looking for anything specifically related to Barovia or just period?
Just a sword.
Ah, yeah, can't help you there.
Yeah, and just turning to Isaac. Okay. Do you have an extra cloak for, well, an extra winter cloak?
You could see him looking at the pile. Oh, of course. Feel free. They're from the wolves of the area. Or black, or white if you want to hide in the snow. But I doubt where you're going you can do much hiding.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And
As Lucian just looks at it, well, one could come in handy later. As he just switches his black one for a white one.
Yeah, I'll do the same actually.
yeah, and as Kester just picks up an extra one, and Actually, I also need women's clothes for a smaller build.
You just kind of see Isaac and just Ismark and Doria and Irene just kind of
Already
raising an eye and turning to
already
you.
forget.
Lucian
as
just
Isaac just like
chuckles under his. Lucy
fucking
just chuckles
God.
under his breath.
Isaac just kind of stares at you. Why do you need woman's clothing?
Well,
It's her friend.
the
I
summoning.
see.
Yeah.
He just kind of slowly nods and looks around the group. His friend, yes.
All right.
It makes more
fooling around.
sense in context,
You
sadly.
see, we have an ally, a pretty strong ally actually, but they're tied to Kester in a way, and he has to be summoned here, and she's not too happy with Kester right now.
He just continues to slowly nod. Okay. I should have some of my mother's old belongings in her room. I'll see what I can find.
Thank you so much.
Isaac slowly just kind of walks off.
Walking
And
up to
Lucian just wipes a
Kester.
tear.
I will never recover.
All
I
that,
will
all
never
that
recover.
tension melted
Kes-
away.
Kester,
Yes.
if you do bring teak, make sure you have a bottle of wine.
Oh, don't worry. I have two.
Okay, good. She's gonna need.
Yeah, I know.
Kester, do you want eloquence lessons?
I don't want eloquence lessons, really, Yamas. Like,
Are you sure?
I go fuck. Okay, all right. No, don't want it.
Hey, I'm trying to be nice here.
I know. I know. I will never recover. All right. Anything else, gentlemen, lady?
I believe we're all set.
Well then, off to do battle, so to speak.
And with that, we're gonna end the session there.
Let's go.
And we'll start next session meeting the Raven Queen and telling her ready to get rolling.
Is anyone else going to address the red flag that, like, the Raven Queen is significantly less edgy than Guy?
Alright, chill out.
I wasn't gonna say anything. I wasn't gonna say anything, man. But you just had to bring it
I
up.
was expecting like the literal fucking like epitome of like death and sadness. She's just a woman in like a black cloak.
It's like, can you see all of me?
Okay,
And she's just a normal
I'm gonna
lady.
have to report that one. That was vile, but true. But still
Wake me
vile.
up, wake me up,
Holy
and just a
shit,
normal
bro.
clothing,
Like
just normal
the reason
clothing,
I
just
didn't
normal
say
everything.
anything was because I
You're
didn't
just
want
a
to.
woman.
I didn't want to leap in like that.
Wolfram doesn't look super edgy.
Damn.
Bro, what?
Okay, well, we're
You're
not
not
looking
dead
at the same
ass,
character.
right?
We're not looking at the same character right now.
Okay, let me.
That's-
Wolfram, post your character description
it's like,
again.
yo, guys, I honestly love the design. It's pretty sick, actually.
I can't. Just so we're aware, I can't really. I don't know how to play Edgelord, guys. Like I feel like the edgiest character I've ever played was Victor.
Yeah.
Victor?
I
Yeah,
don't know,
that makes
bro.
sense. I see
That was
that.
but that was more of a
Victor was rebellious.
Yeah, that was more like
Yeah,
a
he was like an
teenage,
anarchist.
anarchist kind of.
Yeah.
Not like full
I
on.
don't do edgy edgelord shit makes me cringe, like literal. Like have you ever actually cringed before?
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
straight up?
Yes.
Yeah, I can't do that, bro. I can't. Like I'd laugh every line, and that's not fair, man.
Okay. All right.
That's not fair, man. So I usually that wasn't edgy, but yeah, like based off my reading, that would be how the Raven Queen would speak to people, at least in my opinion. I might be wrong. Like guy might be like, no, the Raven Queen is like this. Yeah, like
No.
I would know.
No. Everyone has on the
She's
description
the
of Raven
queen
Queen,
of
so
darkness and death.
I saw that.
I like my
Alright.
headcanon better
What-
personally, where and everyone in the Shadowfell is actually just like a normal human being. It's just you who's like the
Dude, that gave me that impression too, and I didn't want to say.
It's like he's like trying too hard, and it's like, all right, guy, all right.
It's like, yo, man, I know your mission's like super important, and you want to like impress her.
Damn, bro. Come on, man.
Bro pulled up in the all
Yeah,
black.
but,
She's looking over like, what the fuck?
All
Who invited this man?
I'll be back.
Alright, stop.
Yeah,
Do y'all think Thamiel won't get
He's
shot
getting
down?
shot down
You
immediately.
guys
I
shot
hope you know
down.
that.
Dude, he will get the amber treatment. Did you not see the preview?
He's white and snow.
Alright, so
Come
here's
on,
the thing,
and in
right?
the sky.
Snow. But do you know our track
Us.
record with birds? Period.
Alright, hold on, wait, hold on. What exactly sniped Amber? Because I'm pretty sure it
lizard.
A lot of
wasn't.
bullshit. A lot of bullshit sniped Amber. It's been magic, actual arrows.
Well,
fucking
I mean, I know.
God.
I meant like when we went to the gate because I'm pretty sure.
It was a light. It was a bolt from the Starfall.
Yeah,
Alright,
it-
GG.
it's the same reason why I stopped summoning Thamiel. He kept getting
And
shot
also,
down.
Amber's white. Amber is white.
I thought Amber was blue. I mean, sorry, not blue. Brown.
A blue? Huh?
I
Yeah,
meant
that's our
brown.
Pokemon.
I meant brown. I meant brown.
Wow.
Bro, are you imagining
So I
Duckling?
choose you, Noctowl. Let's get it.
Holy.
Bro really pulled up with Duckling and thought this shit was sweet. What the fuck?
No, Gen 10, you got the Gen 10, but that's a Galarian knockout right there.
Galarian
No, I was gonna say squad. I was gonna say squad. The version of the Scarlet. I forgot the name. The dancing flamingo. What type
Oh,
star?
that
What type?
one?
Yeah,
Choreo.
yeah, that one.
Oh my
Oh
god.
god.
But it could fly all the way in the clouds.
Zion. If you're so sure that Thamiel can go up there and fly, how about this? I polymorph you into like whatever animal you want with them. You also fly up there with them.
Shit.
What I
I don't
thought.
think that would have worked. I don't think that would've worked.
Can I cast spells as a bird?
No, you cannot
Get
speak.
shot down.
Well, I mean,
You
doesn't say
can't
anything
speak
about
as a bird.
speaking. I don't need to be speaking.
You don't need to be speaking the cast?
You
On
need
job?
material
my spells.
components, semantics, and verbal
Well,
components.
the components will become a part of her, like if she will transform.
Oh yeah, also that. Yeah, GG. Nope.
Yeah, the
Yes.
components.
Components.
We're talking about casting as a bird.
Yeah, the components become part of your body when you polymorph.
I don't think you could polymorph and then cast spells.
Yeah, that's what I also
Yeah,
thought.
yeah. So
Oh,
we're
you
talking
can't
about
speak.
yeah.
Oh, you can't, yeah. Polymorph turns you into a. No, you can't.
Yeah,
You can't do anything. You're turned into an animal.
You can only
wouldn't
use
be able
like
to-
what's on that animal stat block, if I remember right.
Yeah.
Indeed.
And
Little
then,
do you know the animal has magic.
Yeah,
No,
like
it
realistically, if you got turned into a goat, how would you cast a spell? You're a goat. Have you
Yeah.
ever like goats don't cast magic?
Ah, motherfucker,
Hey,
fireball.
Yeah, like polymorph is like it turns you into an animal. That's why it's super useful.
Or
I mean-
dinosaur. You can also become a dinosaur.
I'd argue that if somehow you can like bypass all of your component needs, such as verbal, somatic, and the like,
Unless you're a druid, that's the only way you can
because
cast
it doesn't
spells.
change
Rock
your
one.
intelligence if you polymorph. If I remember
Your mental
correctly.
scores.
Yeah,
Yeah,
mental
it's-
scores.
you get the stat block. That's why usually most people polymorph things like people into like chickens or goats or
Worms.
things that aren't exactly going to be dangerous.
Things that can't really be harmful.
Yeah, you wouldn't polymorph somebody into like a fucking T-Rex because that's stupid. Why would you do that?
Mm,
I mean, if it was your ally,
Sure, but on the downside, it wouldn't matter because the polymorphed ally doesn't keep their consciousness. They just
Oh?
become.
oh, I thought they kept the same like mental state.
They
let's
they keep
see.
the same mental state, but they don't have like you don't like take actions while polymorphed. You just kind of like the DM would then take your actions for you because you're
uh-huh.
just kind of an animal.
I actually didn't know that. I thought polymorph worked sort of.
Yeah, it says
Like wild
including see targets game statistics including mental score abilities or replace with stats to a chosen beast. Your gains
Yeah,
retains light
the
and
last
personality
one.
though.
Oh
It
yeah.
says the creature is limited to actions it can perform by the nature of the new form, and it can't speak, can't cast, it can't do anything. It's just the animal, is what I mean. So, like,
Mhm.
for example, trying to think. I think one of the guy's characters wasn't he polymorphed into a goat?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exalt. Yeah.
So when Exalt was a goat, he just did goat
really?
things on his turn. Does it?
Yeah,
He
do
just
something, bro.
he like walked around. He tried to chew on things. Like he didn't. That was it.
Yeah.
And most of the time, I was taking the turn for him Like I would dictate what he did during the turn, other than his movement.
Okay. Huh. All right. Polymorph tech is severely limited. Use this new information next time you decide that shit.
All right, Zion.
I'm gonna
you're
become a
Don't do it again.
I'm gonna become a dinosaur and eat y'all niggas.
What?
Polymorph's a great skill to use if you're if you're overpowered though, because you can polymorph fucking anything.
True.
Mm-hmm.
And if it works, then it's like, hey, can we just
Man.
turn that into like a
Dang.
puppy?
Yo,
This
I
is
should
great.
like dig through the freaking ashes of the Voctor house and see if I can find that ring of polymorph.
Get real,
Our last memento from Exalt that I had to give up.
get real dark there, Chief.
What do you say?
Holy shit,
It's real dark.
that's kind of beautiful in a terrible way. Damn, I love how Path of Exile 2 just looks like Dark Souls. I fucking can't
Actually,
wait. I can't
if
wait.
they
Who was it?
would it actually just to the party? Would it actually be worth checking out the ruins of that place?
The Voctor House?
Not.
I mean,
Yeah.
considering how
think so.
long it's been and the place is now on fire, I'm not sure if there'd be much
Oh
left.
yeah, it's on fire.
Or at least
Yeah,
it's
I mean,
already
it's
burned
ashes
down
now. Can't really
So-
burn
The
ashes.
basement.
I mean, like, how do you?
All that's
Yeah,
where
yeah.
like all of the occult stuff happened.
Like, then we would have to dig it up.
Bless you.
Yeah, but
Assuming the
would
basement
that be
isn't
worth
collapsed.
like checking out?
You're also assuming that no one went in there like prior to this.
True. Like they
No, I'm not. I'm not saying that. I'm saying, would it be worth investigating? Yes or no?
I don't think
That's
so.
what I'm saying. Anything
I
else?
don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, we could give it a shot if we have like abundant free time.
I just feel like in general, like it's been at most 40 years, according to Isaac, since we were last here. In those 40 years, I can't imagine like anything was left in that house.
I mean, why would anyone like investigate after it was burned down?
I mean,
To find out why it burned
I'm
down.
thinking like prior to that.
What do you mean find out why? He know why.
But I'm thinking like prior to that, because like Isaac said, he pretty much went to the place personally, killed Lady Voctor, and killed the two twins. So I'm imagining at that
Two
point,
stuck up pieces of garbage.
yeah.
Yes.
So I imagine at that point, like he had guards go through the entire house to pretty much air the place out. So like in my head, I'm thinking, okay, if he did that, which I'd imagine you do if you found like an entire cult hideout, you want to make sure, okay, what the hell? Like look through the shit, get evidence, or at least I don't know, take some shit, because that feels weird going to the house and then leaving all that there in the house. If that makes sense. But I feel like if he did that, which I'd assume he did, there's wouldn't be much
I mean,
left.
in the end, we could just ask him, "Hey, did you check out the Voctor house, or like, did you like comb through it
Yeah.
before it like burned down
Yeah,
and and potentially collapsed?"
yeah, I feel like that's
And if he says
all
yeah,
around the better
well, cat's
option,
case.
yeah.
Guys,
Or
this-
And if
Alternatively-
not really after killing them, maybe we just want to like look at that a little bit.
Or alternatively, we go down there and we go. It's just like a horde of benches grazing.
Hey, yo, nigga, shut up. What's Mr. J?
no, this that was
I think
Zion.
it was Zion.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Zion, is your name Zion?
Zion rhymes with lion.
Your name's not Zion?
No.
No,
No
what?
freaking way.
You never
We
cracked it
did this
way.
already. We did this, gents. We did this already.
We did.
I didn't.
yeah.
We.
We absolutely did
Who is
this already.
we? Who is
I didn't.
we?
Yeah, like I don't recall this.
Yeah.
Hold up. So
Yo,
it's,
what?
so it's Zion.
Yeah.
Oh, bro, I've been
Why you
calling
never
it.
said anything?
Wow. Wow.
Yo,
I think-
Wow.
Once again, we did this already.
Did we?
I think when I
No way, bro.
Yeah.
I don't remember us
No one
doing
remembers
this.
but you.
I don't remember this, bro. I've never heard him
I
say
don't
his
remember
name
this,
before.
man.
Like,
I don't
maybe
know.
he
How
did
is the
this-
me and Zion?
I'm thinking he did
Like-
this with you and like somebody else, but I don't remember being there. I can say that much.
Yo.
No,
I
it
know,
was,
I know I've never assumed that his name was Zion.
it was during a D&D session.
Yeah, like,
that
what are y'all talking about?
that and I think
Professional
when I
gaslighter.
first introduced myself, I did say name's Zion. It rhymes, but whatever.
Yo,
Yeah.
actually, I vaguely remember that.
I was gonna say.
I got a bad memory. I don't remember.
Him saying
I'm gonna
that Zion
say,
rhymes with
I'm gonna
lion.
magically
I
say,
vaguely remember that, but like, why have you never corrected anyone?
Everyone pretty much, says it that way. So
Oh my god.
Like I just kind of
I'm still calling you
try
Zion.
my best, but I'm gonna keep it real. It's like hard to undo.
Dude, now I
Hey
just feel
man.
bad.
Anyway, all right, Zion. I'm
I
just
don't
gonna
feel bad.
claim
I'm
that,
still calling you Zion.
That's fine, man. I like to be
I
specific.
simply don't care.
He said, I simply don't
Nah,
care.
That's crazy.
this guy's a bit of a problem.
Nah,
Not canon.
This guy definitely.
Nah, I'm the problem. Nah, you're the problem. And Zion not saying anything.
This dude's like,
Jesus
yo,
Christ.
let him live, man. Oh shit, I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, bro was absolutely in his villain arc after the little debacle with Bennett.
Yeah, it was a
But
crazy
yeah,
interaction. He
Hey, yo,
interacted me if I want to get my
really,
sword shine.
and you really ain't saying nothing after. It's like, yeah, Lucian got a whole different impression of it now.
Holy shit's like, yo, bitch ass, dollar store ass whetstone. You trying to run that on my blade?
Yes, I hope
Bro,
you think
I'm gonna be honest. I'm just glad this blade is not able to influence what I'm saying, cause that shit, I don't even want to.
That would absolutely be what it
I don't
says.
even want to know what would come out of this thing's mouth. Cause at first I thought it was just gonna be like a simple feeling and go, yeah, nah, I'm good, and that's it. But nah, it's
Nah,
like
you
it
look
hit
at
me,
Lucian, you look down on him with
it
disgust.
hit me with that.
You're like, all right,
I did not know this blade could hit me with emotion that
Yo,
strong
you don't
to
want
make
no one
me
touching
May as
feel
well
it.
smear garbage
you don't
on
want
my
nobody
shit,
touching
bro.
your stupid magic sword. Yeah, go to.
Bro, I didn't even know this shit was capable of that. That's a first.
You know, and then he turns to Tilgrim. He's like, Tilgrim's not Bennett. Maybe she'll just not be a jerk like Bennett was.
the blade is vibrating.
It's like, man, wow, all right, I see. I might as well just not even ask Wolf.
It would
I mean, you didn't even have to meet, you
you.
fucking bastard.
The vibrating blade will cut through the whetstone.
Yo,
And
look,
it-
if the nicest person effectively in this party was like, yeah, nah, no, then it's like, yo, why am I even like,
offered
yeah,
my
nah,
regular
no,
dagger.
the
Like,
single
you
nicest person in this party is like, yeah, nah, not good enough. It's like,
I
all
like
right,
her
either
to say
back
that
up,
I'm pretty
hyper-
nice.
vibrating, like,
I'd like to
but-
say that I'm pretty nice.
Guy, is that your first D&D character, the warlock?
No monk.
Oh, a monk. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
allegations.
like, bro, it ain't my fault the sword had me looking like Omni-Man.
I mean, I don't know. You could have said something.
Man.
It's too late
You
now.
could've
I was
literally
trying
said
to follow
anything.
up with. I literally Bennett said out loud. It's okay. That's never
damn.
happened before.
Zach?
Like he said that
Let's
out
go.
loud.
That's it. What is that supposed to mean, Lucy?
Yo, Alex. At what point in time do your weapons just start like fighting for like who gets dominance over your head? Because like I feel like you got like 20 weapons that are all talking to you at this point in time.
I had the ice staff, and then I got the Crusader's blade. The ice staff is gone, so it's just the Crusader's blade,
hope
and
you're-
it isn't
yeah, I hope
trying to
you're
control me. It
stuck
just
up
hits me with
sword
emotion
break.
so strong that it literally interpret that.
But didn't the
Oh,
what's it called, Maternity also like talk to you? Something like that?
I had
It
never seen
didn't
this
talk
shit
to me. No,
in this
it
position.
it just worked. Like
Can
Adam
we
himself
cast-
never
Oh,
actually
it's
talked
top
to me.
down. It's a fucking Infinity Engine game. Oh, okay. That's confusing as shit.
Stupid stuck up.
I've never
sword
seen
thing.
anybody play Baldur's Gate, and I'm looking at you play this shit, and I'm like, oh, it's just fucking top down.
Mm.
No.
Like all of no, I know you could zoom in and shit.
Oh, okay.
But all the videos of me watching like trailers and shit have been like the characters zoomed in so tight that I'm like, this kind of feels weird to me. But now that I'm watching you play, I'm like, nope, this feels like a
Oh my
RPG.
God.
Yeah, I mean, if you do it with a controller, it absolutely is like third person mode. But
Oh, it goes right behind you.
yeah,
Yeah, I don't want to play like that. Can
Yeah.
you do that? Can you zoom in like that when you want though?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm seeing it now. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, they give. All right, so it's more. It is like Divinity 2. All right. I'm waiting to pick it up until everybody's then doesn't want to talk about it anymore.
Can you
Okay.
cast magic through the sword? Because it was made by a mage.
I'm confused. You
Oh,
can do whatever
like-
the fuck you want, dog,
yeah,
because
it's like
it's
a
D&D.
spellcasting focus. Yeah, absolutely. Why not?
That feels
You
like
could
a
just-
flavor thing. You could just do that.
Yeah, you could just be like, like if you want to cast like a firebolt, the blade becomes inflamed as you slash forward a curve of fire. Like, yeah,
Yeah,
bro,
you
do
should-
you?
Why not?
Huh.
Like that's why like the idea of having a character who's like a spell blade is laughable to a lot of D&D people because it's like, bro, we were doing that way before it was a subclass. It was just wizard fighter
Pretty much.
Yeah.
and flavor. But yeah, dude, you could do whatever. Are you guys all playing, or is this just like Guy?
That's just
No,
Guy.
no,
They're all
just
playing.
that.
I
Yeah,
don't
okay,
know.
yeah.
Wait,
Right
what?
now, it's just Guy
Yeah.
playing on his own.
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say, like, guys, like, no, we're all playing. Everybody's like, no, we're not playing.
I mean, we.
what
we
is he playing?
have,
Warframe?
Nah, he's playing
Baldur's Gate.
Baldur's Gate.
Yeah.
Yo,
like,
this
we
shit
have
looks
a-
so much like Dragon Age. That's crazy how similar this is to Dragon Age.
I think
The
the same people.
Blood, yeah, no, it's not.
Wait, who
The
made
Blood
Dragon
Splatter-
Age?
Dragon Age was done by BioWare before they became bad.
Okay.
Okay, good shit.
You talking about
Yeah.
Inquisition or?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I'm talking about
Oh.
Dragon Age 1.
Ah, okay. Okay, never mind.
Every other Dragon Age is kind of shit, but yes, Inquisition does look like this. But 1 is the one that, like, the blood splatter all over you. You got to wash it off. Like, it's super RPG. 1's like an incredibly good game if you ever want to play it. It's ugly as shit, by the way, but it's really good. It's basically this game. That's why a lot of people are really excited about this game that aren't into D&D. Because other people who don't give a fuck about D&D are saying, like, if you ever plays Dragon Age Origin, this is it. This is just Dragon Age Origin. So that's the other side of it. Because some motherfuckers don't. D&D is, you know?
This game also made a magnet go up in value because people were trying to like pull the characters that they like in this game in there.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Like the demon girl, her card like shot from like a couple bucks, like $20 overnight. I think that's the only like drastic one.
You said card went up?
Yeah, because there's a Magic Gathering Wizard Coast. Magic Gathering
Oh,
Wizard
yeah. River
Yeah,
Coast,
and they-
you're right. Yeah,
yeah,
all
and
the
they made, like,
characters are in there.
Yeah, they made like a Baldur's Gate set. They actually have a couple D&D sets, but they made a Baldur's Gate one, and like a lot of
Yo, is-
characters. And yeah, they just have cards of them.
I don't know how far you guys got, but is what's this dude's name? Boo and Misk in it? Because I know they said some of the original characters. You never heard of Boo and Minsk?
No,
No.
not to my
No.
knowledge.
How do
Is
you
he a
spell it?
bard?
No, they're Minsk is a he's like one of the most famous characters from Baldur's Gate. He's a what was Minsk? A druid or a warrior? But he had a pet
I'm
mouse
sorry?
named Boo.
Oh, never mind. Okay.
Wait, was he hunter? Let me
No.
check.
Yeah, I know
no,
he was
I'm
a
sorry,
bald guy.
he's a ranger, but
okay.
he has the background of urchin, so he has a pet mouse named Boo, and essentially he was like one of the first characters who his pet mouse was used to do things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like if you were stuck, he would like put his mouse on the ground and say, "All right, Boo, go find things," and you can control the mouse and just find like little holes and get through doors and shit. But I was wondering if he's like actually in the game. Or if you found him, because they said, what's her name was in the game, Jahira or whatever. Fuck, I'm trying to figure it out. Now I'm on Wiki, so since you don't know, I'm like, fuck it, let me spoil this for myself.
Oh,
Yeah.
fantastic.
No, don't do it.
That shit doesn't matter.
Nigga,
No, you
He's
must be
in the
spoiling-
Magic the Gathering set though.
please let me long rest. What the fuck is wrong with
He
you?
is not
Stop
in.
talking to him then.
Nah, Joker, you cannot long rest. Get that palace right now.
What should be at no
Wait,
slot?
what do you mean no Joker? That's Joker telling that the rest of the party.
It's like, hey
No.
man, we can hit that palace right now and like stop this guy from like, destroying these people's
I was
lives.
gonna say,
Nah, man, I gotta go to the arcade.
Oh, I take it back.
What are you talking about,
He-
bro? Like,
he is indeed. Yeah, he is
Oh?
in Baldur's Gate. You
Oh,
can
yeah.
find him and add him to your party.
Oh.
Wait a minute. Yeah, all the original. Oh shit! Wait a minute. Yeah, there's Jahira's in it. Yo, Jahira's in this shit. Minsk is in this. Boo is in it. Who else is in it? Oh, it's just them three. Yeah, they were the
Oh?
favorites. That makes sense.
oh, what's
That's
happening?
fine. That's good shit. Now I gotta
What is-
play because that's
what
all I
is-
want to play with.
What is that wizard called again?
What wizard?
Oh, they
Kazan?
made. No. No, in like greater D&D. They named not an edition, but like a book after him.
Morning, Kanan.
No,
Manchu.
No, Mansion doesn't have a book.
oh
Van
man.
Richten.
Xanath.
Wait, I'm thinking. Wait.
There's Xanathar. He's not a wizard though. He's a beholder. There's Volathump. He's not a wizard. He's
Volo. There we go.
Goku.
Volathump's not a wizard. Volathump is a greedy, somewhat silly mercenary. Although in the current Waterdeep you're going to play, he is a rather intelligent desk clerk. But
No.
yeah,
No, the bar, like Volo's Guide.
Yeah.
He's also in.
So the name Volo is short for Volothump.
Oh.
Hmm.
So Volo's Guide is Volothump's Guide. They just shorten it to Volo because, yeah.
Oh.
Huh. But
Like
he's also in there.
Yeah, I was gonna say all the major characters in D&D have like books and stuff, but he's in the game. You said, right?
Yeah.
That's cool. I'll check that out. Yeah, I'm a fan of the Forgotten Realms. I really would rather check out. I'd love to run some Greyhawk or Dragonlance, but Greyhawk is actually they said they were gonna do Greyhawk, but I guess I'll wait for the new D&D stuff. I'm actually looking at. I don't know. I was gonna talk to you guys at some point about like just running a different rule set at some point and trying something else, like Pathfinder or I was looking at the Critical Role stuff, their new system coming out. I like their system. I'm just not sure what to do with it yet. But they use their system is 2d6s, and instead of rolling a d20 for things, roll a d6 of light and a d6 for dark. And whichever rolls higher, you take the action with that affinity. I just don't know what the fuck that means yet.
Yeah, but I was asking, what does it actually entail, though?
So they
Shadow the Hedgehog.
they said it entails like every character or class has like a duality, and the whole point of the game is to create role-play moments of that duality, where you're playing out the same mechanic or the same thing, but you're playing it to like it either goes like I can't remember the names, but it's not like good and evil. It's something different. It's like light and shadows, and I know that sounds like good and evil, but it's literally based on like how you can use abilities and shit. So like if you roll high on the light, you'll get to do something in that ability field, and if you roll it in the
I
dark,
see.
yeah,
I
shit
see.
like that. And there's no like death saves. They have a completely different death system, and there's a few other like really weird changes they made. But it's being designed by one of the old Wizard of the Coast guys, and Matt Mercer's designing like most of the lore stuff, and the whole group is getting behind it. But they were talking about it at Comic-Con San Diego this summer, and no, I'm sorry, not Comic-Con, Gen Con summer. Like they showed that shit off. So I'm like looking at these systems, but a lot of people, because most tabletop RPG players don't play D&D, or at least they've gone away from it because most people hate 5e, except for like Zoomers. Zoomers are okay with 5e because it's just it caught on thanks to Critical Role, but most people play like Pathfinder 1 or
Warhead.
Warhead.
I'm not. Wait,
Warhead?
no, Warhammer. Oh wait, what's the fucking? It's the figurine one.
Yeah.
Warhammer 4K?
Yeah.
Warhammer 40k. Warhammer 40k is not a rule set. It's a lifestyle. It's different. I don't know if you've ever watched anyone play it, but watch like two professionals play Warhammer, and you'll understand that it's not D&D at all. It like it's not narrative based in the least. It's just combat. It's pure combat. Like
All
it
I
is
know about
right.
Warhammer is that the like lore for that game is like more complicated than Kingdom Hearts and Metal Gear combined.
Yeah. That's why it's just combat. Like when you play Warhammer, no one's doing. You would sit for 5 hours getting through lore just to play a game. So it's just about murdering. And the way they roll is fucking crazy. Like when you roll for damage, you roll it directly against defense. So like player 1 will roll, I think it's like 12 d6s, depending on your like. It's like you roll a d6 for whatever something, like whatever you do, like every level or every attack point, and then whoever's in defense rolls their own d6s, and you have to match each d6. And you kind of like put them up next to each other. This d6 versus this one versus this, and then it's like, all right. And there's somebody at the table, usually your DM or rule guide, who's like, all right, you do this much damage to him based on that. You defend this much, like shit like that. It's like it's so crazy. And the ruler system, because they don't use grids, they just use maps. So they have rulers where they rule out where they're going. It's crazy, man. It's a good time though. I watched a few of them. And I was like, I'm never fucking getting into this. This is insane. But most people I know who are into 40k, they just like painting figurines.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's it. They
Yeah.
just paint. Like my boy Max, he has millions of figurines, but he doesn't play the game at all. And I'm like, all right, bro. He's like, I love it. I love this game so much. I'm like, you've never played it. He's like, I know. I love it though. I'm like, all right, cool. Where's this motherfucker at so I can fuck everybody up next session?
I'm sorry, what?
Oh no.
No, I'm not. You'll understand you'll understand what I mean.
Okay, that doesn't make it any better. I think
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
going to like, yeah, I think
Yeah,
I'm gonna
100%.
like not think about it.
100%, bro. That's Aw.
Making a cheese
Eh?
cake.
Did you say you're making cheesecake?
You making a
Oh,
cheesecake?
I thought you said you were making a cheesecake.
Cheesecake.
Let me get some.
Cheesecake is
Sharon?
gross.
Yo, cheesecake.
Cheesecake's what?
Okay, wait. What type of
Oh,
Whoa.
no,
No, wait,
I feel
what
like
type
he's
of
just
cheesecake?
wrong
Huh?
overall.
Yo, that was such an aggressive. Yo, you said that so
That is one
aggressively,
of the few
bro.
times I heard this man
It's
be
true.
aggressive.
This man said cheesecake is gross. Like what?
Holy shit.
It's
Okay,
true,
outside
though.
of like New York raspberry, he's kind of spitting.
Nah, stop it. Cheesecake is incredible, bro. I was
Yeah, I
actually
like
I'm,
these
I'm
right
taking a former student to Cheesecake Factory because we go like once a year.
Oh,
And yeah,
Oh.
it's not really bro. Like we just do that once a year. Like I hang out with my former students a lot actually. Now that I'm really thinking about it, like especially the girls. Like I do a lot with the girls. Like we always go to dinner or out like that. But it's more of like a dad thing. They ain't got none of those. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see.
And they like having it, man. They like that idea that there's a guy they could talk to who's not trying to fuck them. It's really nice, bro. Really good. But yeah, so we go out. They talk to me about how bad men are, and I just agree. I'm like, yep, they're shit. You should
Yeah.
you should be a lesbian so you can find out that women are also awful. You know?
Priorities change. You're now just trying to find the least shitty person in the room.
Yeah, like 100% of the time, man. You would be surprised. But yeah, man. Okay, Zion, go ahead, man. Cheesecake.
I mean,
Nah, it's just can't
Oh,
It's just
beyond
fine.
that.
wait, what's
can
bad
you
about it?
can you break down like what's gross about it?
Okay, so from what I've cooked it, right? It's the cheesecake
Wait,
with
you
cheese.
make it?
No,
Wait.
the cheesecake is mostly sweet graham cracker.
Wait,
The
there's no other type of graham cracker, bro.
saltine.
Yeah, right.
Shit.
All right, so yeah,
Salty graham cracker, bro.
traditionally it is a graham cracker crust, and the filling or the cheesecake is usually cream cheese, sugar, egg, and like heavy cream. There's something else, but I don't remember. My dad used to make them like a lot. Like my dad was famous for making his cheesecake. Like motherfuckers would be looking forward to that shit.
That is where you need
You're cutting out so much, man.
that's where you lose me.
What? Where?
The cream cheese or the cheese
I'm
cake.
sorry. So my
Oh.
beef with that is, do you know how many like desserts and treats are made with cream cheese?
A lot. I know. I don't eat them.
You just don't like cream cheese in general?
Oh.
Nah.
You don't like on a bagel or something? You won't eat cream cheese regular?
Nah.
Interesting.
Okay.
Oh, that makes more
Well, to be
sense.
fair, yeah, to be fair, I don't like cream cheese either, but I like cheesecake.
Well, you're just a walking anomaly. Like you don't count.
That
I feel like no.
You
I
mean
can
nothing.
I can
You are
agree.
nothing to no
Like,
one. You should
I
have
can
even-
agree that some things are like you don't like the base ingredient, but if it is prepared well in a thing that you enjoy, you will tolerate it.
Like
guess,
even
yeah.
when it
I
comes
don't
to
really
like
have
red
things I don't
velvet,
like, so.
like even when it comes to red velvet, normally it's made with cream cheese, but you can have it be made without it.
Mhm.
So you don't like cream cheese frosting?
Nah, I don't like the cream cheese taste. Nah.
Well, cream cheese.
I can see that.
Okay, all right. Yeah, all right. That makes
Yeah.
sense, I guess. I don't have any foods I don't like, as you can probably tell. So like, I'm always just like, I'm always confused about why people dislike things because I've never come across anything and ate it and went like, oh, I can't eat this. This is gross. Like I've never done that in my life.
Nah, it's just it's like it's sweet, but also trying to be sour, but not.
What? Trying to be
Like-
sour?
I mean,
No,
I'm sure that he's just
it's not-
describing it right, but his feelings are valid.
Not sour, but like
Like, you know, the cheese taste. You know,
Yeah.
you know what you
Yeah.
mean.
The sharpness of the cheese or
yeah.
whatever.
Hmm.
Yeah, and
That's
like
understandable.
I'll also be fair. I'm not the biggest cheese person. I like cheese, but I'm not
Fair,
like
fair.
Not by
I pretty much
itself,
only eat
just
cheese
on
now that
something
cheesecake
else.
or like pizza.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I get you. I get you. All
Yeah, I
right.
get
Don't
that.
talk to me.
I like everything.
Yeah.
I'm
I
still
like
trying to
everything
find
that won't
foods
kill
I
me.
hate.
I mean, what food are you eating that kills you?
Beef.
Did you forget he had a food
Oh.
allergy?
But he's not eating beef, so
You're
it's
allergic to
But
beef?
Yeah,
I am definitely allergic to beef.
Yo, King, want some, bro? Let's get some right now, bro. Come on.
that's
What-
crazy.
what?
Why
Isn't-
would you say that?
First things first, there are ribs that are made of pork.
I didn't know
I'm
that,
pretty sure
man.
that's the default ingredient for
Yes,
ribs.
that is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Beef is an anomaly thanks to Muslim and Jewish folks.
Yep.
Mm.
But damn, it's delicious.
yeah, it's so good.
I don't
I just
understand why
couldn't-
you wouldn't eat pork. It's healthier.
Yeah.
Cause it's against the Quran and
Yeah,
the Jewish Bible.
understandable. They're wrong, both of them.
Let's go. All right. He's absolutely
I'm-
spit.
It's just on the basis they're actually wrong. Like
Mhm.
both of them say you shouldn't eat it because it's a dirty animal, right? And then
Yeah.
everybody cites it. Oh, it swims in mud and shit. It's like no, that pigs don't actually do that at all. Pigs do that when they're forced on a small into little cages together. That's why they're dirty, right? Because Americans. It's not like if you just look at pigs in the wild, they don't go in mud. They don't eat poop. They don't do any of that shit. They're very clean. They're the cleanest animal there is. That's why their body parts are used. No, I know. But
It's because they all make sweatglands. Like that's the only way to cool themselves off, really.
but they don't. No, but literally, they don't do that. Like they don't roll around in mud to cool themselves off. That is it's not a myth. But the only reason you see that is you'll only see pigs doing that on farms where there's so many of them they don't have any other options. Like when you put pigs on top of each other, they do that. They don't know what else to do. But when you look at like a free range pork farm or something where they just give them lots of space, they don't roll around in mud, dog. They eat grass, they eat mushrooms, they're very clean, right? They don't like to be around each other.
Apparently, they're supposed to be actually like really clean pets.
Yeah, they're very smart and they're very clean animals. They don't like being dirty. They can sense it. They want to be washed. They need to. Like they wash themselves. It's like it's a real thing. But again, when you farm them, and this is where religion comes in, when you put them in small pens, yeah, they're gonna do that. Because they're like humans. They don't like socializing all that much. Pigs like kind of like their space, so when they're around, they get in mud and they go away. They get in places where other pigs leave them alone. But we only see that because we're farming them. I just don't like that myth. I get the religious stuff, like whatever. Like if you don't do it, I don't disrespect people's preferences, but I hate that. That's why people are like, oh, you can't eat pork. They're dirty. It's like they're cleaner than every other animal, bro. They're cleaner than humans. Yeah, they're cleaner than humans, bro. So we use their organs for our organs because we're so similar. That's the only thing I would say I wouldn't eat a pig for. But fuck, they're delicious. So
Little do we know.
Yeah, I'm a lake, and I want some maple fried bacon.
Yeah, bro. Like, listen, man. Pigs are pretty tasty, bro, and they're crazy healthy, bro. Like they're way healthier than beef is. Way healthier than just eat pork.
Unfortunately, beef is also delicious, so I don't care.
Yes, you're right. Beef is delicious. Damn these animals.
Like I'll have heart disease at like the age 40. I don't give a fuck. I really like steak.
I see.
Heart disease won't be the problem. Your ass falling out will be.
Oh, okay.
Okay, look, I just eat steak. I'm good.
I see.
That is
No,
thankfully something I don't have to worry about. Let's go.
If you eat a ton of red meat, your colon is going to like collapse, bro. Because your body, one, does not like red meat in your intestines because of the iron concentrate, and two, like honestly, yeah, it's one of the leading causes of or going towards colon cancer. Like red meat, heavy amounts of red meat.
I will worry about that with my T-bone steak.
Yo, how much?
Eggs and
Like, how much beef? How much beef do you eat though? Like,
Actually, not that much. Yeah, not eat that much.
On average, not that much, honestly.
Like my
It's just pretty
family,
much-
yeah, my family is like pretty diverse in what meat are we eating. It's just that I like beef's my personal favorite, like between chicken and pork. Yeah.
Really? But
Yeah, big
chicken though.
See,
Nah,
okay,
man, but
okay,
like a
Zion.
good
agree.
steak or a
Zion,
good
Zion,
chicken,
sauce?
though.
Zion,
No, I'm
here's the
telling you.
thing about chicken. Here's the thing about chicken, right? How many ways do you actually like have to prepare chicken that are like always good? Like what? There's frying, and then there's baking, right, and grilling.
What? You could what?
No.
What are you
What?
talking about?
Do you know how many? Do you know how many
There's
chicken
shredded.
dish-
There's boiled, broiled.
Shredded is not
baked.
cooking.
You're not eating boiled. You're not eating boiled chicken unless you're a fucking slave, Zion. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Nah,
Alright,
you
hold
get
on. Wait.
You
No,
never
you're
had-
boiled chicken.
No,
You're not eating-
I'm gonna give
no,
case
no,
right here that
no,
cannot
no,
be.
What are you on
Oh,
about?
boy.
You can cut me off, nigga. I'm right.
What the?
You're
no,
not
you're
right, though.
Wait.
You've never
You
had.
mean to tell me that if you have the option between grilled, baked, fried, you're going to chicken boiled? Like you're acting me like I'm leaning boiled.
No,
chicken.
that's
There
just
are-
the style of
there are
making the
styles of
chicken.
making chicken, and boiling is one of them, and it's actually
Like, it's
chosen
not like-
a lot.
Because you can also.
And murder
I don't
is also
know.
the thing we can do. Do anyone fucking get no?
Okay,
What are you-
alright.
Okay, this motherfucker's on something
Jesus
else.
Christ. Bro,
You've never had like homemade chicken soup.
I'm pretty sure you can boil steak too.
I mean, you can.
Okay,
but-
you could do it. You could do it.
You
just
can
like
boil
that, though.
anything. You shouldn't.
Yeah.
Boil, and you shouldn't boil food, though. I mean, you could, but that's not like anybody's like first choice. I don't think.
To
It's
be honest,
mainly
the
to make,
thing
like, a
is
chicken
when
stock.
I've had, like,
it's
soup with
difficult to
chicken in it.
say
No,
just like
okay.
boiling
So
it.
you're
So
not-
you cook it
again,
first.
Again, the idea. So boiled chicken. I don't know. We're not on the same page because Zion's saying something that doesn't make sense to me. So chicken soup is not boiled chicken, Zion.
No,
That's not
to
how it
make
works.
Cook the
chicken stock.
and then
No,
that's
you don't-
also wrong.
You don't. Yeah, you don't. So
Yeah,
you'd
you
have
cook
to.
the chicken first.
Yeah, you'd have to cook the chicken first. Usually, you want to get like a really dark like color on it, so you get those like the juices and all inside. And then yes, you would boil it with water to slowly produce this. But you wouldn't even boil the chicken, right? You don't make a chicken stock with chicken.
You make
You
it
make
with
a
the bones
chicken.
and
Yeah,
the,
you make it with the bones and gizzards, the heart. You make it with the byproducts. You don't
yes,
make
the
it with
most
the meat.
flavorful parts of the chicken.
Yeah, you don't add the meat to the chicken until the broth and the soup are already together. The chicken itself is already cooked. You just dump it in.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't boil like when you boil chicken. The slavery thing was a little. It wasn't that far away. But usually, if you're literally going to cook a piece of chicken in hot, like in boiling water, yeah, you don't have other things you want to do with it, unless you're doing that to blanch it to add it to like something else. No one's. I don't know, man. Maybe the cultures are different, but I've never seen a culture just eat boiled. Like I've seen bodybuilders do that shit all the time, but those are the only people I've ever seen eat boiled chicken, like
Yeah.
straight up, like just people who lift weights.
Yeah, it's like Sea Dog. He was like on a straight like boiled chicken and broccoli like only diet for like a hot minute to like lose weight when he was bodybuilding,
Mm.
or as he
Yeah.
called it, the actual torture diet.
Yeah, that sucks. Luckily, science has taught us that we don't actually need to do that.
Mm-hmm.
You could just eat whatever you want as long as it's within, the macros. That's it.
Yeah.
Bro, why can't I change his armor?
So overall, I'm pretty sure that you can prepare chicken in the same exact ways that you can prepare beef.
I would argue that chicken is the best meat.
And I'd
Sorry.
agree with you, but I'm biased because one of them will kill me.
Is your argument that chicken is the best meat because I'm trying to think because of like obviously your personal taste, right? But what puts it over the other dead animals? Like, what makes chicken the king of dead flesh?
Every
For you.
culture has it.
No,
That's
that's not. No,
That's not true.
That's
true.
I just wanted a personal answer. And you're like, if the reason you like chicken,
Factually,
if the reason you like chicken the most is because every culture has a chicken dish, that's insane, dog. That's an
No.
insane take.
Mainly because I like chicken a lot, but
Okay,
Every-
wait, Zion. I have a
that's
question
better
for you.
than
Yeah,
saying
yeah,
that because
I'm
of
asking-
culture.
I'm asking like why do you like chicken a lot? Like I'm not asking anything complicated. I'm just asking like, why is chicken the top?
Opinion, please.
Hey, Zion, what race are you again?
Oh, wow.
I got. We never beat the allegations, folks.
What you mean?
Wait,
We
what?
never beat the
What?
Alec. I don't think
Well,
that
I'm
he
confused what
likes the
happened.
chicken because he's black.
Bro, I don't know.
hey, look, in the same breath, I like chicken, but I
What? You cut out.
What?
Huh?
Yeah, you hard cut out.
Even though I'm black, I like watermelon. I don't. Sorry.
Oh,
you
my
tried
Okay, see, you didn't have to say that. Like, you didn't have to say
Second,
it at all.
Yeah,
But I
it's
do
okay.
not like watermelon. I do
Oh,
not
you
like.
don't like watermelon.
That doesn't make you.
No.
That doesn't make you like a good black or something.
I know. I'm saying the stereotypes don't mean anything.
It's not. There's not. The stereotypes don't
Is
mean
that a
anything.
stereotype?
You're correct.
Yeah,
It's
I
also
like
not-
watermelon.
watermelon's great, man. It's a delicious
Yeah.
thing. But yes, it's a
Uh-huh.
stereotype.
I mean, that's a cap, but okay.
It's a stereotype because during slavery, one of the best things black or the slaves had was like on a hot summer's day, because watermelons were, they would just grow in patches down south and shit. They could, there's the tradition, the Japanese do it too. They would take a watermelon and put it in water, like in the river, and it would get real crispy, and it would be one of the most refreshing things they could eat. Until it was probably taken away from them by the slave masters, who were like, "Oh, we want this," and then they beat the shit out of them or some shit,
It's also the name implies 90% water.
Yeah. So it was a great hydration tool. So, yeah. So that's where the stereotype comes from. Does that mean you're supposed to like say, I'm black, but I don't like one"? No, bro. That makes you kind of look coonish. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you're trying to like put this air on for people. Like you're not just a regular black person. You're a special.
I'm not your average black guy. You see what I've become.
I'll have you know, I pass trigonometry. I don't like watermelon.
Like I've evolved past watermelons. Like it's like, oh, okay. Calm down a little bit, man. You'll be alright.
My God damn. Okay.
Brent stroke. Like how was it?
I'm not your
I'll
average.
I'll have you know, I pay child support.
Oh wow. Nah, that's crazy.
Now, that's an accomplishment.
What the fuck?
Pretty awful.
Yes, awful. The lot is.
I mean, Mr. J, to be fair, yesterday during like my Yu-Gi-Oh game, one of my friends, he did something, so I started going on down the white slur list.
What?
A white store list?
Slur list.
Nah, you didn't hear wrong.
War list.
Slur list.
Slur list. Gotcha.
Yeah, you fucking culture vulture. Fucking mayo monkey.
Alright,
I
I'm
see.
gonna
I
this
feel like
here.
we don't have.
Yeah, I'm gonna just call this off here. Most of that yes was still on stream. So Jesus fucking Christ.
Or
indoors.
That's crazy. I've seen Alex's DMs. He definitely does endorse it.
What?
Alright, let me get the
Hey,
fucking list
yo.
out of this game.
this man is going to find DMs now.
DMs that don't exist, I have to add.
This is your boy.
Fucking Christ.
Right now,
bro.
he looking kind of unfamiliar to me.
This is your
Oh.
Damn, bro. After that night we spent together, that shit fucked
I'm
up.
sorry, what?
What did he say?
What did he say?
Yeah, I'm gonna just be over here if you guys need.
I'm cutting this off here.
Fucking markable.
I'm cutting this shit off
I'm just
here.
gonna be...
Honest to God, I'm starting to believe it. Alright. So with that said, fucking God, I don't even know what the fuck. We're gonna end this here, and I'm probably gonna have to scrap this entire thing, because what the fuck was going on? I'm gonna go raid. Sure, it's modding. Right now he's streaming Fortnite, so we're gonna go over, give him a raid. Decent session, I will say. Got a lot done. Next session, we are probably running into a really fucked fight. But can't fall twice, right? Fucking hope we don't. Anyways, thank you all for watching. I'll see each one of you beautiful people in the next one. Sign out.